Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hang on with my. I gotta make it public. I mean, I press a few buttons. I haven't done a video in a little bit. I got banned again. I got banned. I got an attitude. That's what happened. I got banned, and I got a snot bubble. Like I was getting upset, so I said, I ain't doing no video over the break. I ain't doing a video, but it's Monday, and so I think it's Monday, and today Monday. Some of y'all off of slavery. I'm in slavery today, so I got a minute. Whatever, boss come around that corner. Good morning, everybody. What are we talking about today? Oh yeah, I don't like ice. I don't like ice. I don't like ice. I don't like ice at all. They're coming for me today, boy. All I said, I don't know why I do this. I don't even know why. I say stuff and then people get upset at me and then the bubbles and they start throwing tomatoes at me. All I said, when I said it yesterday, all I said is I respect Greta's spirit. Can I say that? I told you I ain't here for y'all. I don't know why y'all keep thinking I'm not here for the adults. I'm not here for the monkeys. I'm not. I think y'all are silly and you shouldn't be smelling each other's anuses and stealing resources. I just said I appreciate Greta's spirit. I'm behind every child, all the children. Not what they say, but I respect the swag. I respect the swagger. All right, let me share this and we'll get started. And then it came for both sides. Oh, both sides came from it. Both sides. Oh, the climate change is not changing. It's just like, you know what? Y'all know some ice is coming. They said, but respect the science. And I said, well, I kind of respect the science. You know what? I don't respect this. All right, I take it back. I don't respect the science. I don't respect the science. Let me tell you my problem. Don't be laughing, guy. Let me tell you the problem. The problem is I worked in corporate America for too damn long. And it was my job as an analyst to sit there, to go in boardrooms, listen to scientists and engineers spew bull shizzle for corporations for projects, software packages, automation, or not upgrading software packages and automation. And all I saw was lies. That's all I saw. Very few. I'm gonna tell you a little hint. And this is my problem. Very few engineers tell the truth. They work for corporations, all right? They got jobs, all right? They got mortgages, and they got cars at home. They got wives and they got kids, screaming babies, got new shoes and socks and stuff like that. The engineers lie. I'm gonna tell you, the scientists, they lie like hell too. I'm just gonna tell you, that's how it works on Conflict World. So no, I don't trust the science. I trust the Egyptians. I trust them all the time. They said bad times are coming. And the science that I trust, that I appreciate and agree with, is the fact that we ain't gonna make it. We ain't gonna make it. We all gonna die if we stay here, all right? This is my basic principle. Here's my point. Tell me why I should fight climate change. Tell me. We know this is coming. The Egyptians agree with it, and the bits of the science that they're not lying to you about say that an ice age is coming, that this is an ice rock. It's supposed to exist in ice age. It's not supposed to be warming. We're here like during spring. Like imagine winter was 365 days out the year. We are here and spring is like 5 seconds. We're here in spring, and I don't like ice. So tell me why I should be fighting to tax climate change and stay. Tell me why I should be rating a little girl, which by the way, she's not 10. I thought she was 10. I apologize. I do. I don't watch your news and your channels, and I've never heard Greta say one thing in my life. I don't listen to children that are 16 talking about climate change. I don't do that. You do, and you get upset with it. And so my point in the post, before we go too far, was like, I respect a young person who gives a damn enough to step up to you ignorant adults. I do. I respect that. Now, she was grown in the wrong family and lied to her about climate change. However, I respect the swag. And besides the fact, she's under 26. She didn't have a frontal lobe. You have no business attacking her, and you got no business abusing her to get her to attack them. I disagree with everybody. So I was getting yelled at and fussed at and hollered at and everything. But hey, I respect her. I do. I'm not here for the adults. I'm here for the children. I think we need more spirit like that. We just need more truthful information in the space. All right, there we go. So that's why I got in trouble. Let me turn the comments on. I just wanted to set it up like that so you can change my mind if you want. Tell me why I should like ice. I saw a documentary not too long ago, and I think it was called Ice Age. right? And the squirrels, they was trying to get nuts. And I don't want to be a squirrel fighting for no damn nuts. I'm not fighting. I don't even want to be a 98% monkey fighting for these damn bananas. Why in the hell would you think I want to be a squirrel fighting for some nuts with you? Huh? Explain to me why I should stay here. Explain to me why I should help delay the inevitable. The planet is an extinction engine. It exists to kill everybody here. And I don't think I want to get killed, not in no damn ice. I don't mind dying. I am not here to survive. I'm not here to survive. I'm not going to make it. I know that this planet is an extinction and creation engine. That's what it does. And anybody dumb enough, any species stupid and ignorant enough to stick around has to get wiped out. You know how people say Earth is a mother? Earth is not a mother. Earth is a mother. She moody as hell. She making life and extincting life. And that's what she does. All right, anyway, good morning. I'm sorry, I just yelled at y'all for like 5 minutes. Oh Lord, is that both fine? Like, you didn't yell for 5 minutes, you yelled for 22 minutes. Let me get my comments. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Y'all have a Merry Christmas? Everybody have a Merry Christmas. I just want somebody to explain to me why I need to be fighting ice chains. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I want to get off the rock. If we have the technology to get off this damn rock, why are we fighting and taxing to stay here? Huh? You like Monkey World that much, you want to stay here? I don't want to stay here. I'm going to change my picture. Hang on. Because I don't look cold enough. I know because you know what happened? I put that picture and people look at it and be like, well, I live right here, so I don't even give a damn. I'm down, is that Texas? I think that might be Texas. I'm down in Texas. I don't give two damns about what y'all gonna have ice. I got my guns and some steer. It might get cold, but I got a jacket. That's how people do it. And they do it in Florida too. People down there in Florida like, yeah, we okay too. We okay. We not on the map. We good to go. Let's fight climate change. We gonna tax the hell out of it. All right, I'm sorry. Let me get serious for a minute. It's just so hard. It's hard to be serious in Monkey World. It's so hard. The stuff that y'all come up with. But you get my point. Does anybody agree with me? I think I had like 2 people supporting me. Boy, the monkeys is swooping. They was, and I was just like, listen, Greta's a warrior spirit. I got a warrior code. I like kids that stand up to adults. I do. I think they're delicious and nutritious, and we should have more children like that. Questioning narrative, not what they say, but the spirit within them. All right, let me change the music. Hey, Happy New Year. I think it's New Year's Eve, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't today New Year's Eve? Everybody got the resolutions. I'm resolving that I'm not fighting with y'all on climate change. I think I'm gonna change my position. Let the climate change, because the monkeys need to get cold so we can build some spaceships with Elon Musk and get the hell out of here. I'm done. I'm not gonna fight climate. And I'm not even sure where I'm on the map. I think I might be on the edge. I think it's gonna be cold. I know that. And I don't want to be cold. I don't like the cold. I don't like the cold now. I don't like winter now. Why in the hell should I tax to stop the inevitable? Somebody tell me, because I don't get how your minds work. I have no idea how your minds work, and that's why I'm here to study people. There we go, got the emoticons working. All right, now invite the climate change people, because I need to see some angry faces today. In fact, invite the people that hate Greta too, because I don't hate Greta. I don't hate her at all. I respect her. I think y'all should be more like her. Not what she says, because it's like being a parent. All right, real talk, like being a parent. I appreciate it when my kids stand up to me. I do. They're grown now. They don't even ask me about no cookies and milk. They take what the hell they want. But when they were young, they're like, Daddy, can I have some cookies? And I'm like, all right, well, did you drink your smoothie? Did you eat the salad? Did you eat lunch yet? No, I did not. Okay. I appreciate your willingness to come to me and tell me what you feel. I appreciate you telling me your reality, because I can make better decisions when you speak truthful and honest. Now, I don't respect the order of the events that you're going to put ice cream, cookies, and cakes and creams before you eat your smoothie or your salad. That's going to give you cancer, and it's going to fuel the pharmaceutical industry. All right? Listen to what kids say. Respect their ability to stand up and question the ignorant adult world, but don't necessarily agree with what they say. All right? Which, by the way, I gotta give a shout out to Prince. I didn't know. I had no idea. I watched the documentary. I had no idea that y'all murdered Prince. I had no idea. I didn't know. I was a part of it too. I was pulling the levers. I was a part. I had no idea. I thought Prince died because he said something about chemtrails and he had too much drugs or something. Apparently, he died from opioids, fentanyl. That man was murdered. I didn't know. I put him in the died overdose section of my brain because I don't watch Monkey World, but I was watching a documentary and apparently he died from an overdose because he had the hip pain. He had the hip pain because we were buying his albums. We were buying his albums. He'd been dancing on stage, getting to his old age, almost 60, and he had hip pain. And we live in a nation where we were pulling levers to keep a war on drugs, which is just a war on painkillers. It's just a war to keep natural, free painkillers from people so they'll buy from pharmaceutical industry that's in bed with the government that you're pulling levers for. They literally, in a human rights violation, take the painkillers from you so you get addicted to the crap that murdered Prince. So I'm not happy today. Y'all murdered Prince. I had part of that, but I stopped with the voting. That's why I ain't voting today. One, because y'all want me to stick around some damn ice age, and I don't want to stick around. I think we need to leave. We got the technology to. You know how they say it? Who said it? We now have the technology to send ET home. Well, damn it, send me home. I gotta go. I don't want to stick around. I don't want to wear coats, shoes, galoshes, nor gloves. I don't want to shovel this thing. You see this 2 miles thick ice? You want to be here? You really want to tax? Let me understand it. Let me lay out this bag of snakes straight. You want to tax the corporations with the government that's always been with the corporations and the government, which has, we have any part of climate changing, if we're speeding it at all, if any of our technology, it's the corporations and the government that did it. And you want me to go to them and tax the ice, tax the corporations and the poor people that had nothing to do with this. They're just watching TV and keep voting. And tax them to slow down this. I don't want to slow it down. I think I'm done. I'm pissed people off today, but I'm nope. I don't want to stay. Convince me. Tell me why I like ice. Tell me why we should stick around. This planet's trying to kill all us. And I believe the Egyptians and Atlantis. All right, done yelling. I got it out. I think I got it out. We'll see. I got most of it out. I'm just going to look at the comments. All I want to know is why should I be fighting climate change? Please tell me. We got some damn ships we can make and get the hell off this planet and build an ecosystem, an ark, if you will, take the bacteria with us and the other monkeys, not us, the other and the rhinos and the giraffes, and build some big spaceships. All you gotta do is take a small percentage of your war budget, just take a small percentage of your pharmaceutical budget and start making ships to get the hell out of here. Why should I stay? Somebody tell me, why should I tax climate change to keep monkey world? I don't think this is a good idea. I think slavery is a bad idea. Straight up killing us softly, Jonathan. They're killing us softly, hardly, aggressively, non-aggressively, from the left, from the right, from the corporations, from the government. Everybody's trying to kill us, and it's sometimes slow, sometimes fast. They got Prince fast. Prince joining the hundreds of thousands, probably 1 million people by now that died in democide because your government's in bed with big pharmaceutical industry to opioid addiction. Why should I fight to keep this? Tell me, why do I want to tax to keep this happening? I think we need to get on a new path. I think we're on the wrong path and we need to get on a new path. That's what I think. All right. Good morning. Oh, it's raining here too, Sister Deborah. It's raining too. They were yelling at me this morning, Deborah. They was upset. They was just, I don't want the ice age. I don't want to be here. I want to leave. I think it's time to go. I'm ready to go. Why are we fighting to stay? So somebody tell me. And the other side, because the other side is silly argument. Why should I hate Greta? A little girl at the age of 16 who I thought I was 10 because I don't watch your news because I think that it's all lying. Why at 16 should I be mad at this girl? Why should I be hating her? I know you made the memes and I love you. I know, and I shared them too, didn't I? I know. You made the memes and I shared them. Yes, I did. I admit it when I'm wrong. But why should we continue to make memes and fight? Because both sides are controlled. Both sides of control. One side, because now I know that most people here, they think they're a side. You're not in the side, you don't have a side. You're having a side means you're on the internet, you're on television, not the internet. Having a side means it's popular sides. And there's only two sides in the climate change debate. Popular You got one side because the sister was like, oh yeah, because we talking chemtrails. I'm like, you're not a side. It's not a side. It's not There's nobody in popularity talking about geoengineering. You're not a side yet. You were like an alt on the internet that's getting censored. You're not a side. The sides are the climate is changing. We need to tax the hell out of it. And the other side is ain't nothing changing. Let's just stay the course. And I'm just like, LBJ and JFK done told us about this, okay? The weather patent with the geoengineering pact was signed for a reason by over 100 nations because they knew they'd jack up the climate. They knew 60 years ago, all right? And I don't even want to fight over that, but that's not a side because it's not popular. I just think we need to leave. I say we all gonna die because no, we not all gonna live. We all gonna die. All right. I got it out. I'm done. But I'm gonna change the picture because that picture does not look cold enough. Because some people look at the picture and they're like, well, I'm warm. Honey, look at the map. Look where he's got the map. That's the ice age. We're gonna be okay. We're down here, and where's this? Isla Nublar? I think I'm making that up. That is a Nublar or something like that. No, that's the Jurassic Park island. But down here somewhere where they're looking for the megalodon, it's nice and warm. Honey, I think we're gonna be okay. We should keep fighting climate change. I'm like, no, it's gonna be cold there too. Just because you down here, you don't have a 2-mile block of ice sitting on your backyard in your doghouse doesn't mean you're gonna be okay, all right? The only warm people are down by the equator. The people up here, it's like 7 right there. No, it's 10. That's where it's 10 right here. You're not gonna be okay right there. You Greta fake age. You're 10. Nobody dies, just transforms. I agree with you, Gaia. Nobody dies, we just transform. That's all we do. So we don't have to keep fighting each other over this nonsense. All right, I need another picture. I'm sorry. That just doesn't say cold to me. Ooh, this says cold. I like this one better. Hang on. This says cold. I don't want to be here when this happens. This is a bad idea. I don't want my kids to be here either. Somebody tell me, why should I fight to stay in the ice age? Because my leaders say so. Your leaders say so. So because your leaders tell you on television, which we know is a lie, and your leaders been lying since kings and lords, tell you that you need to be fighting climate change, you think it's a good idea to do that? Do you? Don't make me go Yoda on you. Anyway, good morning. Hey, Happy New Year's, everybody. I'm resolving to not fight climate change, and I'm resolving to not fighting climate change. That's my resolution. And I'm sticking to it unless you change my mind. It's our home. I'm not leaving. Megs is not our home. Megs, I'm sorry, Megs. Lady that girl, it's not our home. We the aliens, girl. We're not from here. This is not our home. If this is home, we in trouble because home does not want us. Home is like a creation engine, an Eden for a minute, and it makes all this different life. And I don't know if the aliens come and bring some DNA, a second chromosome or something, I don't know. And then anything that evolves far enough to realize, hey y'all, we all together, we want energy, we want spirit, we should be working together collaboratively, working together to get off of this damn ice planet, because we realize it's an ice planet, because the Egyptians told us that it's gonna get cold in a minute. We got to get the hell out of here, start working together instead of blowing each other up and stealing what we got. Anybody who thinks this is home, want to stay here, you better get the girl, you better get a coat on your way home. You at work? Who's that? Imagine you at work, you better get a coat, get some galoshes too, get some fire starter kits and some coal, because you're gonna need it. This is not home. This is a place where we evolve. Anything that doesn't evolve sentience and collaborative working together to get off the rock, it's gonna die. They're all gonna go extinct. We all gonna die. Girl, I don't say that for a reason. I say that because you need to run. You need to run. This is not our home. We are the aliens. We're the aliens that keep calling everything else alien. That's how we're the only alien thing on Earth. Maybe, well, no, it's us, and I think is it octopus or squid? It's octopus. They act like aliens and not then there's silicon-based life, which is in California, I think in that puddle of goo or something. And in there arsenic-based life, I might be mixing them up. But we the aliens, we're not from here. We're the ones that should be like working together to get the hell out of here. Because the other creatures like, y'all, we gonna die. The bear, Megs, and I'm not yelling at you, Megs, I'm just talking to you. The bear looking at you, Megs, like, are you the one, wait a minute, Megs, are you the one that speaks the lines? Was that you? Was that you not too long ago who said when the lion comes, you gonna stand there? I think that is you, because I got 2 Megs here, that might be you. So the lion is sitting there telling you, Megs, if you stay here, you're gonna die with us. I'm just letting you know that. If you stay here instead of getting on them spaceships, because y'all got that sentient thing, that might kind of intelligent sort of ish stuff that's happening, if y'all stop fighting over climate change, y'all stop fighting over big pharmaceutical industry companies and vaccines, y'all need to get the hell out of here, because we all gonna die. Now, if you love us, make an ark and take us with you. And I think there's a whole lot to that. But no, it's not our home. It's not our home. Yep, that's you. Yeah, I knew that was you. I knew that was Meg. Y'all don't know Meg. Meg's the one that said if we all out in the Serengeti walking together, she gonna stare at the lion. I gotta go walking with Megs. If we ever go to Africa, Megs is coming with us. And if we ever go on a safari, Megs is gonna be there. Why? Because I'm gonna have the keys and she can stare at the lion. I'm gonna get the hell in the Jeep and get out. No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't. I'm just joking. I'm joking. I just think that if the ice age is coming and we got the keys, why are we staring at the lion? Ew. Did y'all see what I just did there? Did y'all see anybody picking that up? Nobody picking it up. It's just me. If the ice age is coming, why are we sitting here arguing back and forth if we can tax it from not coming? Maybe we should get in a Jeep and get the hell out. Maybe we should get in these free energy devices and fly the hell out. Yes, we were on UFOs all holiday. Why? Because somebody's flying free energy devices all around your planet as if to tease you to say, listen, dummies, you can leave. You don't have to stay. Free energy is real. Because I have a theory on the UFOs. And then they just saw a big one in California. I didn't click on the link because I got a life. I got stuff to do. I'm in monkey world and I got to get some bananas for my stomach and my kid's stomach. I didn't click on the link, but apparently there's another mass sighting in California, some UFO. Maybe that'll be in the news. Y'all might get me in the news today if that's in the news. Why? Because I think the UFOs are one of two things. I know I probably said there were 5 things last week, but I can change my mind. One is either the aliens sending down the UFOs, the angels, the aliens, the good ones, whatever y'all call them. They're sending down UFOs to just hover. And they're like, people, you can stop killing each other. Free energy exists. You can stop acting like monkeys over bananas. You can make free energy and get the hell out of here. Not only that, but we've been sending these craft to you for a very long time. The Egyptians got some, the Indians got some, I think Hitler got some. We keep sending these craft down here and they keep shooting them down. And that actually might be what happened at Roswell. They keep sending down these free energy devices to convince us to stop fighting over dirty water. Y'all call it oil. Because that's what I would do. If I were an alien in orbit and I was looking at the monkeys fighting over oil, murdering each other, killing each other's babies and giving guns to children, fight each other and child soldiers, I would say, listen, y'all need to stop fighting over dirty oil. There's more things in space that you don't have to murder each other for that. And I keep sending down little probe UFOs. Or they're watching us. The Book of the Watchers, that was a thing. They're watching us. They're trying to warn us. They're trying to let us know that your leaders and the elites are lying to you. You don't need to be fighting climate change. You need to be fighting dummy change, grow up change. You need to fight to stop listening to 16-year-old kids that just was born 16 years ago. Respect the love they have in their heart. Respect the passion. Respect the ability to stand up to half the adults on ignorant planet. But don't listen to anything that she says. That's either that. It's either one, is them, something trying to help us, or 2, it's U.S. Space Force. It's Russia's Space Force. It's China's Space Force. So we did a quick little thing, and I like the mass sightings. We can focus just on the mass sightings, because I know every time you say somebody's seen a UFO, you think they're smoking crack, or you out there with Bofon and Ivana or somebody. Does Ivana smoke crack? Not crack. Cannabis. I'm sorry. I think I put Ivana in the druggy group. I'm sorry. No, she's not in the druggy group. The natural painkiller group. I think that's Bofont and Courtney and Daniel. Right? You think they're out there smoking with them, they seen a UFO. So we just did the mass sightings, right? The mass sightings, Roswell, I guess you could say Roswell now, because you got all these deathbed confessions that are happening now about Roswell and the bodies. 2 was Phoenix, Arizona, where hundreds of people or thousands sat there and looked at the TSR-3B or the UFO triangle, whatever it is, a free energy device just hanging in the sky. The Chinese airport, Ching-Chang Airport, and I said Ching-Chang because it's probably racist, but you know, I can't pronounce it. I'm ignorant and I can't pronounce Chinese. I know Ni Hao Ma, that's all I know. It shut down the Chinese airport for like hours. Everybody was sitting out there looking at it. The Chicago O'Hare UFO was sitting out there hanging in the sky, right? Was it 19? Was it 8? Oh, goodness. 14 something, Nuremberg, Germany, that UFO site. All the mass sightings of a craft just sitting in the air and it's not using fossil fuels. Sitting in the air, not using fossil fuels. And we want to fight over fossil fuels to stop climate change and tax oil companies that are behind the whole climate change narrative. I think it's a bad idea. All right, anyway. I don't smoke weed, I drink wine. Okay, neither do I, Ivana. I don't smoke weed either. I am gonna do the comments, that's it. All right, maybe somebody's got a good reason why I should be fighting climate change or fighting climate change. I don't wanna be on either side. I don't like fake struggles. I don't like fuggles. I like to put my energy in positive things. Oh, I was gonna change the picture. That doesn't look cold enough. I think I downloaded another one. This one looks cold. Look at this right here. This is where I think we shouldn't be here. Look at that. Look how cold that looks. Like maybe you want to cough or sneeze or something. That's because you didn't drink your smoothies. That looks cold. That looks cold. I don't want to be here when that happens. I think that the planet should change its climate back to what it needs and wants it to be, and we should get the hell out of here. Like, hang on, let me do this. Because I go in here, I look for the royalty-free pictures. And I'd like to see, and they're probably yelling at me all on the thread now still. That's how this all got started. I just said I respected Greta. Everybody caught a case with me. Hang on, that's not the one. Put that down and because I want to give you a picture so you can feel what I'm feeling. I think it's important to feel. What's happening on YouTube? Where y'all at? Ice Age. See, this is what Ice Ages look like. This is cold. It's cold, coughing and sneezing. No headache medicine because the pharmaceutical country going to be under 2 miles of ice. This is the picture right here. I'm changing my picture. That's cold. That is cold. This is what we need to fight. We need to fight not being here when this happened. That's what we need to fight. Oh, yes, that looks cold. I feel like sneezing right now. I'm not going to. I've been playing with my pictures. I don't think we should be here. I think we should get the hell out of here. Like, look at this. Look at the ice shelf right here. Like, why would you want to be here with this on top of your house? You know you can't be on Instagram under 2 miles of ice. All right. You can step away from the monkey world and remain here. And remain here. Well, you know what? Could we remain here in the ice? Some people can. By the time it comes, yeah, man, perhaps we could develop some technologies, go underground and live in the hollow earth or something. I don't know. I kind of believe the Native Americans, that the ant people down there. I kind of believe that whistleblower saying other things live down there. I kind of believe in the Agartha stories. I kind of believe it's something already down there. Now, you might be stepping on their home. We always call stuff home, and it's not our home. I think we need to get out of here. That's what I think. All of our energy should be in leaving. Let me see. Dance mini aerobics to Prince back in the day. Yes, Lori. And that's why I was listening to Prince. I was driving down to DC listening to Prince, getting all into it, and all of a sudden, what was it? Moore's Day video came up because he went on something called Vlad, and he was talking about Prince, and it walked me into it. I was reliving my childhood. I think I posted a few times, and we used to stand with the lighter and swim Purple Rain. And I think that's where that post came from. I told everybody, y'all just need to unfriend me now if you didn't sing passionately to Purple Rain. You don't have no passion. You don't have Greta passion. If you don't feel something in Purple Rain, you don't have Greta passion. And then it led me to the documentary. And I just didn't know that he died from opioids. And that blew me away. Like, damn, Lord, we killed Prince too. Our voting killed Prince. And now I got a case. But yeah, he was a phenomenal great. Just had hip problems because he wanted to sell some records. We bought his records. Wanted to still dance on stage, couldn't do it no more. Got addicted to opioids because the government banned Schedule I painkillers. Like, that's how I tell it, Lori. If you really look at it, we banned painkillers. Why? Because what's the number one thing that's going to get people to buy CVS, Big Pharma, and Walgreens drugs? Painkillers, right? People don't like pain. You put a human in pain, they're going to buy whatever you got, even if it's synthesized, synthetic chemical, causes cancer, leukemia, bloody urine, anus, eye gouging, like what all the stuff with the pharmaceutical, the commercials, causes death and cancer, causes your eyeball to pop out and causes a penis to grow on your cheek, and you get a little vagina on your shoulder, and you get a third nipple around here somewhere, and you're gonna take the drug anyway, because people don't like pain. We don't do pain, right? So they schedule one out of natural painkillers that literally were growing in your backyard. Why? Because nobody would buy from Big Pharma if they were legal. Now the side effects are, they got a prison industrial complex, right, where they keep slaves in cages, and you got one side saying they're putting people in cages, and the other side saying we need protection. And I'm just kind of saying, like, this is a scam, right? This is a scam. And they kill Prince. All right. Good morning. Anyway, any New Year's resolutions? I'm just resolving not to fight climate change unless you give me a good reason why I should like ice with you. I don't like ice. Let me see. If you want to leave, you aren't in the here and now exactly how we got into this reality. Well, Beaufont, let me see. Well, I want to leave right now. Did I say now? I didn't say now, did I? He didn't make it. I didn't say now. I said I want to leave. I didn't say right. 1.0 spaceship going to be a buggy version. Don't do the 1.0 of anything. This is something we need to work towards as a human race, right? Like, we need to start investing with Elon and making ships and space travel and building space stations and moon planets and get the multi-planet species thing happening. But not right now, not like today or nothing. No, somebody call me, somebody call me, I ain't going nowhere. I am not today. Now, they can't even make cars that don't catch on fire. No, I ain't going no spaceship today. I go in maybe 20 years when we perfect version 4.5, that's assuming they don't already have spaceships. I kind of think they already do. But yeah, I think we gotta go. Supposedly our origins are in the Pleiadians. Ivan, is it the Pleiades? I can't even say it. Pleiades. It's either there or Orion, right? Because they say the Egyptian, they talked about the Pleiades, but then they talk about the Orion on the belt. And then they made a movie called Men in Black. No, they Orion's belt, because the Giza Plateau, the pyramids are laid out like that. And to me, it kind of makes some sense, right? I grew up looking at graffiti, and I did some myself. You put your tag. This is mine. I was here. Gerard was here. And I think that, not who built the pyramids. I don't think the aliens built the pyramids. I think a civilization we lost a long time ago built the pyramids, but I think they had some help with the technology, or they were in tune with some consciousness, knew we were wave energy and they could move massive stones. But I think something else told them to tag Earth with what was here. So maybe the Pleiades or something like that. I don't know. Orion. I just know we're not from here. I'll die here. I'm good with that. Okay, Max. Well, you don't actually have to say that. I love you, that, sis, but you don't actually have to say it out loud, because you're going to die. You don't have a choice. With the monkeys and the lions and the bacteria, everything's going to die and it's going to get restarted. But the good thing is, for the people who stay here, you'll be reclaimed like as a nitrate in some of your DNA. And I appreciate Beaufont. And Megs, and we need some intelligence in the next ones. That Megs and Beaufont intelligent. Everybody say a prayer for Megs and Beaufont. They're gonna donate their DNA to the next evolution of humanity. Whatever, it may not even be humanity though. We gonna get on the ship. Y'all stay chill. Y'all have a few Mai Tais or something. We're gonna go ahead and get the hell out of here. And we'll come back in like a couple million years, and you'll see this big old cockroach walking around with Beaufont's forehead. Got Meg's voice. Because that's what the planet does. It's an extinction engine. It just keeps recycling stuff. Create, recycle. Some people decide to stay. Some people decide to leave. And you always got a 0.01%. And they always want to leave, and they want everybody else to stay. All right. Is that the ice core behind me? Is this the ice core? This is the point. This is the science. This is the only important science, right? It's like cold. And if this isn't it, I'm lying and I'm making it up. But I think this is it. This was the science. The only science you need to be worried about is the fact that this is a damn ice rock. You're supposed to be under 4 miles of ice. And you just, for a moment, that little spike right there, like, it's winter, it's spring for a day. And then it falls right back down. Make a whole bunch of species right here. And you end up making a Megs and Beaufont. And then everybody die who doesn't leave or go under the ground to do something or fight to stay by the equator. And then it falls back down to an ice age for millions of years, or hundreds of thousands of years. And then they take Meg's and Beaufont DNA mixed together. They had like babies and stuff with the cockroach DNA and some chickens of the dinosaur DNA. Then you make another new weird creature and it come up here and it start warming up. And then the planet mama, y'all call her Mother Earth. I don't call her mother, I call her Moody Host. I'm not calling her Mother Earth, no, I'm calling her Moody Host. Why? Because this is what she moody. She get moody right here, murder everybody. We go into the ice age, no matter what you do with your taxes and your fossil fuels. And then she's like, you know what, I murdered everybody. I probably shouldn't have done that. Because you know, mamas every now and then, they get a little sad. And they kicked everybody off like a Moody Host, like, you know what, we should have a party again. We should start warming things up. And they start having a party, mixing everything together. This is why I believe in the Big Bang and evolution and God and creation and aliens. And I believe in all of it. I believe in Buddhism and Hinduism and Christianity and all of them. Muslims, I believe all of it. But this is why I don't want to stay though, because I don't want to do any of that cold. I'm cold now. I'm about to put a jacket on. All right, I'm done. I'm gonna get serious now. What are we talking about? I want to know, was a UFO in the news? There's nothing more important than UFOs. Hey, y'all know me. Ain't nothing more important in the news than UFOs. Why? Because they're free energy devices. The human race is enslaved to gravity, and we need to get the hell out of here. And somebody's trying to tell us we can go. Oh, that was my other theory. So 2. 1 is aliens showing us free energy is real. 2, it's our CIA. We got good people in there. I know I was rough on them this weekend, but we got some good. Don't make me get killed. I just said, all right. So this is what happened. I feel like I'm having to explain myself to you all the damn time. Because people, I think I made a post and I just said something to the effect of, you know, we don't need CIA cowards anymore. That's if you're cowardly, you probably shouldn't go. The CIA might be the wrong business for you. Why? Because I'm sick of the deathbed confessions. Somebody said that they posted, who was it, Daniel? That the CIA guy died on his deathbed and said 9/11 was a false flag and World Trade 7 building 7, WTC 7, they collapsed it. You know, and I'm sick of the deathbed confessions. I'm sick of the one who did it with the Bob Marley. I killed a dozen people, and the only one I regret's Bob Marley, and he died. I'm sick of deathbed confessions. I don't think y'all should be cowards and wait to the end where you can't help nobody or nothing. I think y'all should be coming forward now like Greta. I think if we had a CIA full of Gretas but with good information, man, we'd be, because it used to be the heroes that go into these organizations, not the cowards that tell us the truth before they die when it don't do no good. All right. Anyway, but there are good people in the CIA, and I think the good people in the DHS and good people in MI7, MI6. Why did I say that? Well, 1, because I don't want to get foot cancer. I'm not ready to go just yet. And 2, I think they're letting us know. I think that they're test flying Space Force. I think, let me show you the TR-3B. Y'all know what I'm talking about when I talk about the TR-3B. Did y'all invite your climate change people? Because I don't have nobody trying to change my mind about some damn ice yet. Please change my mind. I love to be wrong. Tell me why I should be fighting. In the meantime, we're going to pull up the TR-3B. Why? That's not coming up. I want to look at the TSR-3B. Why? Well, because people seen all over the planet. And I think that every now and then you have that's no S. TR-3. There you go. TR-3B. Think of this like the stealth fighter. Here we go, right here. Think of it like the stealth fighter. Somebody's flying that around, and maybe it's, someone who's that Citizen Dev, maybe somebody Citizen Dev flying around one day like, you know what, this is wrong, we shouldn't be doing this. Maybe we just need to let people know. And I'm gonna stall it out over the Starbucks. And so over the Starbucks, he pulls on the yoke too hard. Citizen Dev, she pulls the yoke too hard. And the cloaking device goes, and it goes off. Space Force, and just standing over, there goes Starbucks. Dang it, we got to get it back on. And Citizen Dev's like trying to let y'all know that they have this technology. You can stop being stupid monkeys fighting over dumb stuff. And because I had friends who always standing at Starbucks, Citizen Dev, when you did that, I have friends, they were all standing there like, we were sitting there looking at the UFO. The customers and the baristas all stopped, walked outside. This was the King of Prussia Starbucks in Pennsylvania. And I was sitting there looking at the UFO a couple hundred feet in the air. And it sat there for a few minutes and then it flew off. Now, I don't know why I didn't see a picture. I wish I saw a picture. But I think what's happening is the people in these organizations, 1, They're just trying to let the world know that there are quiet, classified technologies that would stop all human conflict on the planet. Or two, they're just so far ahead. And I think this is 3 or 4, I forgot. Or they're just so far ahead that they feel sorry, and our deep state's like, well, we got to give them something. They're not smart enough. They're not getting it. We were kind of playing with the whole climate change thing, and they just took it too seriously. Now they're getting little kids and parading them out on stage, and half of them are throwing tomatoes at the kid, and the other half are like praising them like the Jesus. Maybe we need to stop and let them know. And so maybe, like with the CIA and them telling us about Bob Marley and free energy and UFOs and aliens, all these deathbed confessions, maybe they're just like, you know what, it's your turn, that in the end of your life, you need to let them know. Like, that's the only way we can do disclosure going forward, is we pretend that it's slowly being released to the public. One, I think it gives you a sense of, we believe in the CIA and we got good people and they're fighting for us. And two, they're just so far ahead, they really don't care if you know about the TSR-3B. That's what I think Phoenix was. The battle for LA, that's what I think it was too. I mean, it might have been aliens, so I'm not, once again, I'm still in solidarity with my alien people. I just don't think most of them are aliens. I think they are just Space Force and $21 trillion that they finally let you know about. But there's a TR-3B. Think of it like a stealth fighter. And well, some of these are, some of them aren't. I think there are a few pictures that are real and others are mock-ups or whatever. What was it? So it was a California UFO. I'm not even gonna go into it. We'll see if there's if the news is actually talking about it, because I think that's the only thing that's important. I'm waiting for somebody to change my mind. Let me see. Well, looky, who's found his camera? While I was hiding out, Patricia, I was blocked and banned. I was running amok. Facebook landed on me. I didn't land on Facebook, and they blocked me. So I just like, you know what? I'm gonna take a few days off from the holiday. Now, they only blocked me for a day. They ain't tell me why. Once again, if I was fighting for climate change or fighting against climate change, I'm sure I'd be fine. I don't like the narratives. I like to look between the cracks, because that's what I did for a long time. That's what I was telling brother, I think it was Brother Hank, I was telling him on the thread. He was like, trust the science. And I was like, brother, my problem is I'd worked in corporate America for too long. I'd worked with these scientists and engineers. They don't even trust them. They're just trying to get a paycheck. I don't believe monkey world, because everybody got a mortgage. And that was my job. Anyway, I think I said that was my job. I'd go sit in the boardroom with my boss as a consultant, because the board would hire the engineers to move the corporation forward, and they wanted somebody to troll their engineers and see if this was going to work out. And so it was my job just to sit there and say, you're lying, that don't make no sense, that's not how the technology works, you're making it up, the software suite doesn't do that. There's one that's a lot better, there's another one that's cheaper, and that's what we did. And so I don't believe the science. I don't trust the science. I understand the science is always based on the current ignorance of the time. It's always based on the technology of the time. Like back then, it was based on the ignorance or the intelligence level, and be nice, of that engineer or that scientist or the team. It was based on the software suites that they use in that corporation, like on Earth and the monkeys, right? Our technology always determines what the science is at the moment. One day the what is it? DDT is healthy and nutritious. The next day it ain't. One day the what is that stuff they used to put in the insulation and build houses with? Now it's murdering people. They used to make teddy bears out of it. They stuff it in the asbestos. One is healthy, it's not. The smoking, cigarettes. Yeah, it's healthy and it's not. All it is somebody got a product to sell. Glyphosate is healthy, now it causes cancer, right? I don't trust the science, because the science is always based in somebody paying a mortgage, somebody making a profit, and what's known at the time. And there's ignorance. We live in an ignorant apocalypse. None of us really know much. Unfortunately, you don't. And if you think you do, it's because you're avoiding what tells you, which breaks down your narrative of what's true. So I don't trust the science. I trust common sense. I think when you give people common sense, you don't really need the data. When you got common sense and you live on a world where all governments are corrupt and most of them lie, and they all withhold certain parts of the information to keep their people in conflict with somebody else, I don't think you actually need the data. when you live on this planet and you know it's an ice rock and you know it's going to be an ice rock again, and you don't like the sniffles and you don't like cold and snow, and you're done shoveling, getting up there in age, you don't want to be out there shoveling, you know you got to get off the planet. You don't really need to see the science about climate change. You know it's coming, and you know that somebody's going to come up with some sort of narrative to make profit, right? To tax it. To tax the poor people for climate change. All right, hang on. Let me fix the YouTube comments. They're kind of over. All right. Anyway, nobody's changing my mind. So good. What I want to talk about. Hopefully that was an argument. Well, maybe not. Let me read the comments. Maybe somebody's going to change my mind. Hang on. Many plants alleviate pain. Yes, they do, Gaia. That's why it's a war on nature. Get rid of those plants and people got to buy the drugs. Did you mention? Oh, whoa. Did I mention what, Susan? Oh, no. Whoa. Did I mention penis and vagina? I don't think I did I? Yeah, okay, maybe I did. But it was an example. It was a side effect example. That's going back, because the side effects at the end of the pharmaceutical commercial tell you about all these things are going to happen to you, all of the parts in it, and nobody care about the parts because it got the pain, and that's why Prince died, if you understand what I'm saying. Physical and emotional pain. Ooh, go on, Lori. Yes, there's emotional pain too. P.S. I'm not part of the present day ganja party. Oh, you're not, Beaufort? Whoa. Okay. Faking the front. Okay. You're not. I thought you were. I thought I put you in my natural druggy. So you're in the pharmaceutical druggy side, or you don't do drugs at all? If you build underground, it's cooler. Yes, it is cooler, Meg. It is cooler until it gets hotter. You keep going down, it gets cool for a little bit. Then it started to get warmer. That's why they say hell is down there. I don't think it's hell. I think we are living hell right now, because you got one side fighting for climate change, the other side fighting against it. We need to be fighting to get off the planet. We need to fight to survive. Mini ice age is different. I'm talking glacier producing ice age. To me, they're not really different, Beaufort. Not really. Well, I know they are from probably what y'all talking about, because y'all are replying to each other. Not for me. I don't do ice ages. Mini, little, petite, mini, minion. I don't do ice age. I don't do winter. I got to get the hell out of here. It turns 32 and I'm thinking Florida. I got to go. So, it's kind of like people, you debate, well, you got, I don't know, a quarter mile of ice or 2 miles of ice on top of your house. I don't want to be here with 3 inches. I don't want to, anytime that the water that comes out the sky that I drink got to turn to ice, I don't want to be here. So those things are always coming. And there is a difference. I agree with you, and I know that you're right. I just don't care about the difference. I don't want to be here. I think this is a mistake. I'm on the Elon Musk team. We got to get the hell out of here. Or those of us who want to go and not be a part of the next evolution of bihominids. So did they kill Michael Jackson too? Good question, Yvonne. Did they kill Michael Jackson? I don't know if there are any theories about Michael Jackson. I know that, yes, absolutely. No, yes I do, Yvonne, because I remember. Because it was his doctor was giving him synthetic drugs. We know that he didn't have to take synthetic drugs. We know that the healers and the medicine men and the shaman had healthy drugs that don't cause side effects and death by poisoning. So absolutely, we absolutely kill Michael. We kill everybody. That's what we do. We're monkeys, 98%. That's what we do. We keep voting for governments that kill everybody in bed with corporations, and nothing changes. We can't figure out why we ain't got no good music. That's why I don't even listen to the radio, Yvonne. I have no idea who's on the radio. Because the age of good music is gone. It's gone. Because as the people get ailing, they get Alzheimer's and they get diseases of oligarchy, right? They get side effects through epigenetics, and because we making synthetic drugs and banning the natural ones. So our people don't even live old making music no more. So yeah, all the good musicians are dead. All right, let me see. Are you having an ice storm, G? No, Citizen Deb. I'm having a cold storm, which is probably why we're talking about this. It's raining outside, and it's like 40 degrees, and I want to get the hell out of here. And I got to argue with people like Beaufort, like it's mini ice age. It's like, no, I don't like winter. Why I say there's 6 people here, but no one's talking except me. Cause Citizen Deb, that's the CIA. Say hi CIA. How y'all doing? How your mama doing? Don't kill the dude. You kind of like the ball guy. Don't kill him yet. Give him a few more years. He drinks smoothie. He wants to fight. No, he does not want to fight foot cancer. I do not, cause whatever that cancer that they found, I don't want. They found something. The cancer that they're killing people with is not a nice cancer. It's an aggressive cancer. All they did was prick his foot. That's all. They pricked Bob Marley's foot and the whole body died within, what was it, 2 weeks or something? That's not a cancer from Earth. That's why I think there's life on Mars and the moon. They're not telling nobody about it. Because it's about time for them to admit that again. What was it? What was the first time they found life in space? Y'all remember that? The first time what was that doctor? What was the scientist's name? On Viking. Somebody posted. I know if you're here and you don't know these people, you can like, what the hell are they talking about? This is not even my world. I know, because you're living in the Matrix. You're living in a lie. The scientist who on Viking, the first Viking experiment, they found life. They found the evidence of life on Mars a very long time ago. But I don't think they want to admit it to people. Why? Because when you admit to people that it's life, that 2 places in our solar system has life, it's going to be hard to get the monkeys in a conflict. Now, the monkeys like bananas, but this is going to jack people up. Right? If you realize how many Earth-like planets there are out there, more Earth-like planets in the Milky Way galaxy alone than grains of sand on all the beaches all over the Earth, and you got 2 places in our solar system that develop life, that means we are surrounded. If we are surrounded by aliens, then some of them intelligent and some of them got photon torpedoes, okay? It's gonna be hard to get the monkeys to fight each other over oil, and you know this craft coming down and levitating over Phoenix, Arizona and Chinese airports. Washington, D.C. Y'all remember that? When all them UFOs came to Washington, D.C. and it was in the 40s or the 60s, whenever, they got all the pictures, the front page, everything. It'll be hard to get America to fight China. It's gonna be hard to get China to fight Russia. It's gonna be hard to get Russia to fight somebody else. Why? Because we're surrounded. And even the dumbest monkey tribe will realize when they're surrounded, we need to work together. And that's what we need to do. That's what I'm saying. We need to work together. Work together. All right. Somebody said I was a wuss. Ooh, somebody said I was a wuss. Am I wrong? I'm wrong somewhere. Hang on. We're going to get down to it. I'm doing comments. UFOs and ancient archaeology. That's my love, Ivana. Absolutely. We need to look back because the people back then, they didn't have a reason to lie to us. The corporations today, they got lots of reasons to lie. The governments today, the political, they got a lot of reasons to lie to somebody that died 4,000 years ago. They ain't got a whole lot of reason to lie to me. What are they gonna get from me? They etched it in stone, right? Like, it's like, come on. Back then, nobody could read. Why would they etch in stone? Y'all gonna die if you if y'all keep fighting climate change and against climate change. Y'all being stupid. If you got kids like Greta, who got all kind of love and passion, but grew up in an ignorant family that lied to them. All right, I'm sorry. That's what started it off. I believe in children. I believe they're the future. I believe we should support them and teach them the way, not the oligarchical way. And so everyone got upset with me because I said I supported Greta. I don't think they understood what I'm saying. But I knew it would kind of bring all the climate changes in and the not climate changes. And so I thought we could have a discussion based on that. But I'm behind every kid. I'm always behind kids' passion. Always. Always. You will never get me to turn on Greta. I don't care what she says. She was born in y'all ignorant world. And y'all voted for these monsters. Changing climates and getting people to fight over changing the climate while the climate's going to change any damn way. That's why I just sit back and enjoy. All right. Greta blasted all over the so-called fake news. I don't trust at all. And don't trust most humans. I'm with you, Susan. I don't trust any humans, and I don't trust Greta. I appreciate Greta. Don't trust her. I appreciate my kids. Don't trust them. I know how this works. I've been here for a minute. I'm not that young. Humans like you have a tendency to want to comfort and avoid pain. Oh, is that why I'm a wuss? Jennifer said that. I don't know why somebody said I'm a wuss. Do I like pain? No, I don't. I agree. I am a wuss. I am a wuss when it comes to pain. I don't do pain. I don't do pain unless I'm upset. If I'm upset, you can bring any pain you want. You can bring any pain you want, and I won't care. I don't feel nothing. I used to beat up my brother's friends, my big brother's friends. I didn't care. My brother, I was gonna tell y'all a story. I can tell you a story. I lost a little bit over the holidays. I did. I'm sorry. I have to be honest with you. They're like, you're always so calm. And they didn't know I'm not. No, I lost it. I lost it over the holidays. My brother and I, we got into it. I'm real talk. we got into it, and I had a hiccup. And the hippie left. I had a hiccup, the hippie left, and we did what we used to do. But I will say this. I caught myself, he caught himself, and we hugged afterwards, and we told each other we loved each other. We got into it a little bit, and Mama was a little worried. And I explained to Mama, we're boys, men, the monkeys. We've been fighting our whole life. We've been killing each other and trying to kill each other our whole lives. So a little moment, it was just a moment. Everybody has their weak points. And I forgot why I was pain, that's why. Yeah, cause I got a little pain in my ankle. He getting tall. He not drinking enough smoothies, but he's getting a little tall. And so I had to use a little extra force to bring him down, to bring down the giant. Oh yeah, the pain part, right, the pain. I don't feel pain. When I get upset, I don't feel nothing. This is why I'm hippie. This is why I surround myself with all these loving people talking about love and positive stuff all the time. Because when I get upset, I don't feel pain. I do stupid things when I get upset. And I don't feel nothing. I don't feel nothing. It's call it a mutant thing. Call it something mutant about me. When I get upset, I need to keep the beast where the beast need to stay. Beast don't need to be. The beast is not there to use against my family, right? It's like these men who are like aggressive with their women. The men who use their strength to kind of push the woman around. That's not why you got muscles, bruh. You got muscles to defend your family. You got muscles to defend, the women in your family. You do not have muscles to push them around, let alone touch them. Well, she hit me first. Well, damn it, you can take it. That's what she live in a patriarchal world. She gonna get upset. And women, and then I know, because the men then they'll be like, well, but they're mean to me. I know women mean. I know, I agree with you. Women mean as hell, but because they're in the wrong world. They're not in the world that respects matriarch, anything. They're in a patriarchal world, so they're supposed to be a little mean. But you got, women, y'all got to try to be nice to us. At least try. Don't use your brains against us. Y'all use your brains against us, it makes us upset. But I don't like pain. That's where we're going with it. I don't like pain. I know my body knows how to turn it off when I got something I got to do. But no, I don't like being sick. That's why I drink smoothies and I eat green things and I grow food, because I don't like being sick and I don't like pain. I don't like this whole feeling of mucus and stuff, like this feeling of okra all in your brain and your nasal pathways. You can't breathe and you're coughing up the okra and you can't even breathe and stuff. Then I don't like that. I don't like none of that. They say you got to stick a neti pot in your thing and it blows water up there and come out the other side. No. If you tell me that that's what's gonna happen if I eat Twinkies and donuts and Ho-Hos and McDonald's and meat and cheese and bread my whole life all day long and bagels and donuts, hell no, I'm not gonna eat it. I don't do that. I ain't been sick in over 10 years and I'm not gonna go back to it. I don't like pain, I don't like being sick. I might be a monkey. Damn it, I might be 98% monkey, but I am not 99. I'm 98, and that 2% says, you know what, this hurts, don't do this again. Right? And to me, it's called evolution and learning. Do something stupid, something bad happens, don't do the stupid thing again. I don't want to live dependent on synthetic drugs from the pharmaceutical industry. So yeah, that's why somebody says I was a wuss. That's why I don't like pain. But don't mistake it now. Don't mistake it. I don't like the pain from microbiology. But I got one in the trunk. I got some little whoop in the truck. Who said that? Who said that? I got a little whoop-a in the trunk. Don't make me open it up and take it out on you. I take it out. I got it. And I take it out. But it's not for you. It's not for you. We're all family. And that's why I felt bad. My brother and I, we got into a little bit of it. I felt bad. I tears came out my eyes. I real talk with y'all. Real talk. Because it hurt me. It hurt me that I would do anything to hurt my brother. Right? It would hurt me if I do anything to hurt anybody. And it was a sign. Oh, damn it. I'm getting misty-eyed now. Let me stop. It was a sign that I'm evolving and we're all learning, right? But I don't have muscles to hurt the human race. I don't have muscles, damn sure not to hurt nobody in my family, right? But moments happen, right? Moments happen online, right? You come up with these comments, you're fighting with somebody, you say hurtful things. You're supposed to feel regret afterwards. And I feel regret when I hurt people. I don't like hurting people. Right? I didn't hurt them. No, I didn't hurt them, nothing like that. But just the thought that I'm using something that I'm supposed to be using to not only work with him, protect him, I'm supposed to be evolving out of like that physical violence stuff. But then I know also he's my brother. He's my brother. And he knows how to do that. He knows how to turn that key. He can turn, not all the time. He just caught me at the right moment. I know how to turn this key too. And mama, she had a key, she turned. It's kind of what family did. It was a trifecta. It just, all right, I'm not gonna tell you all the details. It was a mess. It was a little bit of a mess. But within 20 seconds of the mess starting, we was all hugging. Everybody said, we all love each other. We so sorry. I don't even know what the hell happened. Flip out. You know, emotional stuff. My father died not too long ago, so the family still got some heightened emotions. But that's what you do when you love people. That's what you do when you're passionate. This is why activists don't get along. This is why they're yelling, screaming, fussing, and fighting on your thread all day. Because real activists, not the fake activists, but the activists, they got passion. They got passion. They want to fight. That's why I try to tell people out there fighting, any white privileged fighters out here, y'all got any boxes? That's why I try to say it to people in ways that so they get it. I get that you think you're helping fighting white privilege. You're not helping nothing. You're actually doing exactly what they want you to do, right? I know you think that you're in a struggle fighting climate change. No, you're doing exactly what they want you to do. They want you to fight and they want them to fight back. So you ignore the system. Because the system is what they make profit from. That's what Bob Marley told you. The system. The system. No, I don't have no time for fighting white privilege. I don't give nothing two damns about what you think about white supremacy. I don't give two damns what you think about the British and the Europe and how they got. I don't give two damns or nothing. I'm in a global caste system where you have a cabal at the top and everybody oppressed underneath. And if you can't figure out that you need to be fighting the real power, not the little players or a fantasy construct because people got skin that you're supposed to fight with them, they're your enemy, then you're acting like a monkey. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that makes you upset, but you need to be less monkey and less ignorant. You need to be more methodical and thinking. You need more of an analyst and a critical thinker. Why would they want you to fight someone based on their skin color after you were just told that skin color doesn't matter? That you don't judge a person by the content of their character, but you know, it's all right, get Martin Luther King on it. It's just fight the root cause. Fight the root cause. Everything else is a fuggle. Everything else is a fake struggle, but it's passionate people, right? They're passionate people, they're just misguided, right? I don't say nothing about Black Lives Matter. I'm not in Black Lives Matter. I'm not gonna be in Black Lives Matter. I'm not in White Lives Matter neither. I ain't in Yellow Lives, I ain't in Blue Lives. Everybody's life matters. We're all part of the same energy, and we don't need to be fighting with one another. Not when a damn ice age is coming and you don't like the sniffles, all right? You need to be fighting the real problems, and the real problems aren't based in ignorance and bigoted prejudices against other people because they were born in a different place from you. So I believe in fighting the root. I always see the governments behind this nonsense. The government's behind white supremacy, black supremacy, Christian supremacy, Muslim hate, this, hate, that, immigration. They're all the ones doing it because it's corporations. They buy the government, and they get the government to do it, and they give you a talking point to go off and fight something so they can sell a book and get retirements. Stop fighting people. We're surrounded. We're surrounded by aliens. And, all right, anyway. Let me check out some comments. Let's get out of here. I got slavery today, y'all. I don't have time for that. I got slavery today. Poor little Greta, adults using her youth to trigger other adults. And that's what it is, Rebecca. They're all abusing her. Both sides. They're just abusing her. You got this side yelling and screaming at her, and she's 16. And you got this side lying to her, and she's 16. And she's just a passionate kid who needs good information. And she doesn't have it, right? Imagine what will happen if somebody sends Greta the JFK speech, where JFK said, if we're not careful, we keep playing with this geoengineering technology, we're gonna change the climates in the future. What would happen if somebody sent Greta the LBJ video where he said we have satellites that can change global cloud cover? What would happen if somebody sent Greta the video talking about in Dubai, them using cloud seeding to make it rain in the desert? And what if she stitched all that together? She said, so we can modify global cloud covers, and every nation is doing this, every big modern nation. If everyone's trying to make it rain in their nation for economics and food, for money, that might actually change the climates. And that might speed what's Always been happening. And then because she's not like the coward adults. I know I call the CIA cowards, and the adults, they come from a coward population. But if, she got on the mic, she might flip. She doesn't believe in the future, y'all adult world. She's willing to fight half of you. She might get on the mic and say something true. She doesn't have that frontal lobe. It's not. She didn't have critical thinking. It's not happening. Well, she has some, but she didn't have a fully formed frontal lobe yet. That didn't happen till you're 26. She might get on stage and say something true because she's got that passion. That's why I'm not fighting. That's why you support kids and give them good information. You don't make memes about them. And I know, like I said, I apologize. I shared the memes because they were funny. But in hindsight, like really thinking about it, kids like that need to just be embraced and given good information. Because they obviously got the passion and they don't have the cowardness of most adults. All right. I never get sick either. All right. The 4 reasons Homestead Davis. Why don't you get sick? What's going on? What you doing? I want to know what the 4 reasons Homestead Davis doesn't get sick. I don't know why I don't get sick. Hopefully you know, because I don't know. All I know, I gave up meat. I eat very little dairy and cheese. I tried to be vegan. It didn't work out. It didn't go too well. I grew up on pig feet, and it just didn't work out. The furthest I could go was giving up some meat and dairy, and I stopped taking synthetic drugs, threw out my medicine cabinet because I worked in the pharmaceutical industry, and I knew one of the scientists. Anyway, I knew a couple of them, but one was aggressively honest with me about the synthetic drugs. And what else do I do? I eat as much raw food as I can. I intermittent fast every now and then. And I'd love to admit the 4 reasons. I'd love to admit why I don't get sick, why I haven't been sick, why I watch people around me coughing and sneezing and hacking and flus and everything. I don't know why. So part of me thinks it's because I don't take synthetic drugs, the Tylenol, the headache medicine. Part of me thinks it's because I don't eat meat. Part of me thinks it's because I reduce the cheese. Part of me thinks it's because I don't eat the breads or the gluten. Part of me thinks it's just because I've been watching enough videos on, Dr. Greger, nutritionfacts.org, and my reality is shifting, and I'm understanding that we can heal ourselves, that the placebo effect is a real thing. I think it's important to watch health videos because when you watch healthful things, it programs your subconscious. I think it actually turns on your abilities to heal and do this placebo effect thing. And so I think after I started reading the books of the China study, right, Colin Campbell, and getting away from the stuff that's supposed to be causing cancer, I think my body thinks that it's not sick, and so I'm not sick. Because we're not actually matter. We are mostly energy. There's almost no matter in the human body. So it's weird things. And I don't know. I'm not convinced you I know. I like to tell people 4 seasons I'm right-ish. I'm not right. I'm right. You always think you're right. No, actually I don't. I'm right-ish. Everything with me is a plausibility scale, and I won't convince you that. That's why I don't get out there with my vegan friends yelling, y'all need to stop eating meat. No, I don't say that. I just simply say that we know we need to reduce it. We know that. We know we eat too much. We're dying as fast as the kings died because we're eating like the kings. We wanted to be the kings. They ate tons of meat. Now we eat meat every single meal, and that was a bad idea. We know that is true. Should we give up meat altogether? I don't go that far. I just say, you know what? Read the China study. What the book showed is that you want to reduce it and have it be less than 11% of your diet. And besides, what works for me may not work for you, right? I don't want to say something that gets somebody killed, right? I don't want to say something that brings about such an aggressive change in their system because I think I know it all. What I know is there's 7 billion different types of 98% monkeys on this planet, and they're all different. That's what I know. And if whatever they're doing allows them to not get sick, then they should do more of that. That's what I know. All right. How did we get off? We got off topic. But I'm curious as to what you do 4 seasons. And anytime somebody tells me they don't get sick, I always listen to them because I'm curious. Because I'd like to know what I did that gave me this ability. And it's like a mutant power. But I have no idea. I have no idea how to use it. I'm kind of like, y'all remember the Greatest American Hero? He had that flying power. He could fly. He kept flying into walls because he didn't know how to use his power. Yeah, I got power. I just don't know how to use it. The body can tolerate much more than the mind can. Ooh, is that true, Jonathan? The body can tolerate much more than the mind can. So the body Hmm. Perhaps. I'm thinking in terms of abuse. If somebody's abused, you abuse their mind. It can last for. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. Now, yeah, I get what you're saying. I agree with you, and that makes sense based on my studies. Doesn't mean it's right. It's right-ish. It's ish because you got that epigenetic handing down abuse, right? You abuse someone, they hand it down, and then their son abuses people, and we blame the son, but it gets handed down through genetics. So and well, I guess through the mind, because through your mind somehow you're changing the DNA. You're changing gene expression. Don't get me into epigenetics because I only know a little piece of it. Where like they studied people from the Holocaust and they're supposed to hand down that aggression. They studied people that from slavery and poor white slavery or poor white servitude, whatever you want to call it, and they hand that down. So I agree with you. And I'm going to invoke, this is why y'all need to stop taking sides on Israel-Palestine-ism. I've invoked that. Why? Because Israel, yes, you have Zionists. And where did they come from? They came from people who were abused in Holocaust. And they say, it's only part true. I don't get into what's true, what's not true. They lived through bad time. And the bad time got handed down. And now they're acting like fools and they're killing and murdering people in Palestine. And it needs to stop. We can stop it, but we got to stop picking sides. You stop picking sides, give people what they need, then human conflict doesn't have a purpose. You pick a side, there's going to be a conflict and nothing will change. Like climate change and those fighting the fighters of climate change. Don't pick a side. Pick humanity. That's the side that you pick. Everybody was born in a certain place. Let me see. Everyone I know around me is sick. I can't remember the last time I was. Must be the smoothies and vitamin D. And Trish, that's true, and you should keep saying that. And your subconscious believes it. You should watch videos that why you don't get sick and why smoothies help you, and vitamin D and D3 from the sun. And the more you do that, what do they say? Your subconscious comes in agreement with your conscious, and that placebo effect happens. So you should reinforce that. Reinforce positive things. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a great thing. What you're doing, keep doing it. Don't listen to nothing I say. Toss out everything I say, and you keep doing what you're doing. All right, I kind of did want to take a peek at the news. I wanted to see if the UFO, I wanted to see if the UFO was in the news. They said there was a mass sighting in California. Nothing more important than me. Nothing more important than free energy. That's how you free a planet, when you free them from their oppressive enslaving to fossil fuels. And that's where the climate change fighter taxers are right. We should not be using no damn fossil fuels. We should have gotten past that a long time ago. See, the funny thing about it is, I think when you embrace what's true at the root level, you don't actually have to pick a team. Good things happen. All the side effects, because the fights are usually about side effects. And the side effects go away when you take care of the root problem. Let me see. Is the UFO in the news? And if you're in California, did you see? They said it was a big one this time. They said it was a big one. I should probably look at the news anyway. I haven't looked at this in a long time. Maybe there's a reason in here why I should fight climate change. Maybe someone in here has a reason why I should fight it. I just don't think I should fight it. I don't, what's in it for me? What's in it? You want to be here in the ice age? I don't. I want my kids to live on a tropical planet or on a spaceship, but not on no damn frozen planet. Best in 2019. I don't know what that is. Okay, yeah, it's the end of the year. We're going to do the best. That's what they do. Seasons, festivals from Russia with love. Yes, love Russia. Russia loves us. People, not the government. The government corrupt and dirty as ours is. It's just ours are more effective at it and has probably more slaves that believe in it. Still voting for it. Skier races through Moscow. Ooh, hook to the back. That sounds like fun. We did that as kids. A friend drive off. But we did it with roller skates, which really wasn't too smart, and skateboards. It's probably why I've got knee problems now, always falling on my knees, skinning them up. But we were kids, we were allowed to be. Let me see, Pentagon warns troops. Oh Lord. It's the end of the year. Can't we have one day without y'all fighting? Wasn't that in that movie? What's that, Boys in the Hood? Can't we have just one day when y'all thugs is not fighting? Can we just have one day? Y'all remember that line? I guess not. Don't use, Pentagon warns troops, don't use the DNA kits. Okay. I don't know what that is, but I think it's special that the Pentagon is warning the troops. If they are troops, it's because the Pentagon makes them troops, and if they're in a bad place with DNA kits and in that bad place for wars because the Pentagon sent them. So I find it interesting that the Pentagon is warning anybody about any damn thing. The Pentagon is for defense, not offense. And when they become back to being a Department of Defense, they got my support. Until then, they're a foreign invader, sending our young people off to fighting wars that have nothing to do with America. A decade of protests in America. Ooh, and nothing changed. Isn't that interesting? We could watch that, but yeah, I don't know. I know that should tell you. It's a decade of protests in America. Let me tell you, what's changed? How's everything? Everybody okay? Did the dark ages ever go away? Nope, because protests don't work. The cabal there. Now see, if politicians run your nation, then yes, they're worried about your protests. They're bothered with the Sharpie signs. They're scared that you might show up in front of their house. But if there is a cabal that runs your world, a central banking firm, and they don't even live in America, and they print the currency, and they control your government, they are part of the bourgeoisie, and they control France, they don't actually give two damns about your protest. That's a good scientific experiment for your booty cheeks right there. You've been doing protests, come up with your hypothesis, and you got the data, you can do your summary, and you realize that we've been protesting for a decade and ain't nothing changed. Slavery ain't go nowhere. Freedom never came. In fact, we don't own land now. We pay taxes on it. Somebody's spraying something out of airplanes. The climate's changing in bad directions. Is glyphosate in the water and poison in the babies. Protest doesn't work. Neither do voting, because they don't really care. Wall Street booming. Oh, good to hear Wall Street is booming. Wages not so much. Good old Wall Street. Black market, because everything's stolen. That's why Christmas is such an interesting holiday. Just watching everybody get all this slave and stolen goods. Oh, we were posting about that this weekend. The fact that Wall Street is a black market that we work for and buy from, and the wealthy, they're allowed to go steal things from other nations and sell it to us, and we get excited about it. We post it on Instagram and Facebook, Pick the Chat and all these sites. But they're literally elites that are stealing these things from other people. They're stealing the oil, they're stealing the minerals, they're stealing the wood, they're stealing everything because they got sellout governments that turn their back on the people, and it's okay when they steal and sell it to us and we'll work for them, but it's a bad idea when you steal. When you steal, they put you in a cage. You steal from your neighbor, but your government can go steal from another nation and they don't go to prison. That's why we're not a part of the International Criminal Court, because we're international criminals. Every law is illegal and every government's criminal. That's just unfortunately how it is. We're talking about direct democracy. Still believe in direct democracy, not long term, not long term. I believe in direct democracy. It is a fantastic thing to start us, to get us in that direction. We need to start walking down the right path. When you realize in life that you've been walking the wrong way, you're supposed to stop. Go another way. Stop, seek high ground, get your bearing, and figure out where you're supposed to be walking. You don't keep walking. We've been going the wrong way in every sector. We need to stop. And I like direct democracy because it gives power to people to make their decisions. And do I agree that they're going to make good decisions? Absolutely not. What do I look like? I don't trust people. But it's better than what we got. Direct democracy is significantly better than what we have. Why? Because right now the elites are making all the decisions. This cabal, money's making all the decisions. I'd rather give my future over to the human race and people voting on bills, not government. I'd do that in a minute. No single point of failure representatives. I'd switch that over in a minute. Not even a question. Do I want democracy long term? Hell no. I read Plato. Y'all, I read books. I read books. I know what democracy is. It's gang rape, right? It's a mob rule, and that's stupid. But direct democracy can allow people, as they discover consciousness, to start reducing the size of government. To start saying, hey, this law is bad, let's get rid of it. Like most people in America don't even want the war on drugs. Why do we still have it? The government doesn't care, because the people don't make the decisions. Most of the people in the United States don't even want the TSA anymore. Why we still got it? Most of the people don't want it. Like you have a whole prison industrial complex full of people who don't want the laws, but they're making more. There's a clue there. So I like direct democracy. It's a chance. It's not a solution. It's a chance at a solution. Long term, we shouldn't have any governments. I don't think aliens have governments. I don't think evolved sentient creatures have government. You don't need anything to force you to do something if you're building environments to make beautiful people. Is journalism dead in America? Absolutely dead. Absolutely dead. Let's look at that. We haven't looked at the news in a little bit. I was hoping the aliens were in the news. UFO, Space Force, $21 trillion, but apparently not.
Because the media has always been part. First, we turn again to the state of journalism today in America. And this is important because the media has always been part of the checks and balances, really, of this country and our democracy, keeping the politicians honest, holding them accountable. That clearly has changed. No longer are some of these papers open and in business where local reporters cover school board meetings, where they cover county commission, where they cover city council meetings. So joining me now to talk more about that is a man who knows a thing or two about it, our team media and legal analyst Lionel, joining us from our New York studio. So Lionel, I don't know if you heard my whole spiel there. But,
oh yeah.
But my question is journalism dead? Should I start looking for a job in PR? Where do you think the industry's going, and what do you think the state of journalism is today?
I had a friend of mine who majored in photography, went to school to learn how to take pictures, knew black and white, knew how to work in a dark room, worked in a place, remember years ago where they had the 1-hour photo development, worked in a camera store, knew about films, his hands were burned by chemicals. Then all of a sudden, this came out. And he said, so long photography. Au contraire, photography blew up. Yes, but I studied this. I'm from the old school. Well, the old school is out of session. This made photography burgeon and blow up. There's great news here. I started in talk radio when Rush Limbaugh started. Now, one of my hoary, venerable talk radio friends says, who are these people with their podcasts? They're not. This is nonsense. Do you know how much this person made doing a podcast? Roger Ailes one time was asked, do you think we'll ever need licensing for journalism? He says, you only need a license to cut hair. So I'm saying to you, my dear friend, let's not sit shiva for the end of journalism. You right now are in a place, thankfully, where your journalism chops can expand and blow up and do things that will not be held back by a news director, a program director, some tenured, some line producer, some lifer, somebody who's been doing it the same way. Because, by the way, the museum may be closed, but if you want to see old, ossified, anachronistic news, turn on any local news today, and they're still doing it the way they did 60 years ago. So I think these things are good. I feel very good about this. Now, there's going to be problems, John, big problems. When you're talking about journalistic integrity, explain that to somebody who's out there who is saying things, and it's like, you're libeling people. You didn't check the sources. Whatever. There's going to be problems.
Right.
I think these are great times. Sorry.
No, and I would agree, and I think you make great points. And you mentioned Roger Ailes. I knew Roger Ailes. Roger Ailes once told me, journalism is dead, John. And we had a nice little discussion about that. But Roger was also, and I may get in trouble, but way ahead of his time. I mean, the guy was a titan in the industry, and we both know that. One of the things that I'm concerned about, though, and you've mentioned this, we've been on various shows together, and you've talked about citizen journalists, and how you also think that citizen journalists are part of the future wave of journalists. But the problem, and I can understand that, and I get that point, but the problem I have with that, and correct me if I'm wrong here, the issue I have is that, yes, I did go to school. I did study journalism. I worked as a cub reporter covering, Rupert County Commission meetings in Rupert, Idaho, and then, Santa Fe City Hall. I was in the trenches. So for me, it's a bit of an insult when somebody, for instance, hypothetically, is standing in front of a burning building with a camera saying, hey, it's a burning building behind me. Hey, look, I'm a journalist. I don't agree with that. But am I wrong in that assessment of citizen journalism?
No, John, you're absolutely correct. I'll tell you what I found out as a licensed lawyer. When these do-it-yourself legal, I'm not going to mention their names, but you know what they are. I need a will, I need a corporation or something, and I call up and boom, and say, this is terrific. And I'm saying, this is not practicing law. You're not going to go to trial with this. And I thought to myself, it's great on one hand that people can, you know, alleviate themselves of some of the costs involved in this, but I study this. I know nuances. I've forgotten more than you will ever even imagine. But that's the balance of this. But here's the good news. Remember this. I'm sure you remember years ago there was this proliferation of stand-up comedians. It was when civilization as we know it just hit its nadir, and everybody stood in front of a brick wall, and everybody was funny, and we had ha-has and chuckles and hee-hees, and the professional, the guy who really worked from the Borscht Belt, they lamented this. Well, guess what happened? We were up to here with comedians, we got rid of them, and then it built back up again. So what's happening right now is I think we're going to have a proliferation of knowledge. We're going to make a lot of mistakes, but we're always going to need you. And I'm not being corny here, but to lead the way and to teach and to help filter and perhaps narrowcast versus broadcast from time to time. And I think there's still a lot of good. It's not time to perhaps consider cyanide yet, but...
All right. Yeah, my take on that. I think that's a little too positive. A little too positive. I know. I'm supposed to be positive. I don't. I'll tell you what I see. Representative form of government is there for a reason. Why? Because it's easy to fail single points, right? It's easy if you only have a couple thousand representatives that you have to bribe to determine the laws to control the population. I'm not as positive as Lionel. Appreciate, respect the brother a lot. However, you do not have free voices on the internet. You do not. You still have a representative model. They only let some people get big, right? They'll let a few people get big. They won't let you all get big, right? Like there is a locking mechanism that happens, which I can only tell you that I only see little bits and pieces of it through shadow banning, where they'll let a few people ascend to big. They won't let a lot. If you go start doing your podcast right now, you might get some following, but they're only going to let so many people, especially based on the topics you talk about, ascend. They have no interest in losing a representative, single, failable media happen. If everybody had a free and equal voice, we'd probably have equality. If everybody was allowed to speak while lots of people listened, you would realize there's no reason to be in conflict with each other. You control a nation, it's like a pyramid, right? You control a pyramid. Everything I see is in these pyramids, these schemes and setups. They'll let you get just big enough, but they won't let you get too big. You won't have any real influence. And the few who get real big, who have real influence, they either get foot cancer, they get on opioids, they disappear, their planes crash or their cars crash. And so I don't think you get to be big and be completely honest. And the few that do get big, they'll push you into a box. So yeah, I kind of disagree with that. I don't think it's that positive. I think if you're already big, and Lionel's already pretty big, you don't really see it as much because you're already big. But if you're trying to climb, or if you're just starting out from scratch, like I see people all the time, they post videos and they're phenomenal people. And I'm sitting here like, well, why is only 2 people watching this? Like this dude is deep, like we got positive stuff and I'm sharing it out and everything, but it has to be shadow banning, right? The smartest people don't bubble to the top, you know? And I have an audience, I don't have a big audience, I have an audience, but it's not big. And I see how it kind of leveled out. Right? Like it was climbing, we'd have 100 people in a day. You know, now we kind of float around, 20 to 30 people on Facebook, 20 to 30 people, or 10 to 20 people on YouTube. But there was a time there were 100 people, right? I remember back in the day, Debbie days, good old days, we get like 1,200 people on a video, but they're leveling things out. Like they understand that they have to shadow ban. They're understanding that they got to control the voices the same way they control the American government, the same way they control representative governing. You need to have single point of failing systems to fail them if they fail profits. And that's why you have a CIA. That's why you have people who disappear. All right, anyway, that's why you have a police state. See, I kind of disagree. I don't think that we're free and open press. I don't think that we're making headways there. Well, we got the internet. We're making progress. Yeah, I think we did for a minute. And then they jumped in with learning software and AI or whatever they use in shadow banning. Now they make sure you only see just enough. Like if you really believe in climate change or fighting climate change, this video won't even appear in your thread. I mean, for some of them, but it's always a percentage. Right? There's always some allowable opposition, and that opposition can be total opposition. But they know that at any day they want, they have an NDAA, they can murder the people or throw them in prison, and they always control the extent of that voice. And in that way, they still control the opposition. That's why I say everybody's CIA. Everyone's CIA is just how it works. Like they control all your information, they control how big you get, they control your voice. All right. I don't see the aliens nowhere. I don't see the assuming it's aliens. I kind of think that it's Space Force, but that's just me. I believe economics is the answer behind everything. Greed and power is more interesting, is more the answer on this planet than aliens are interested. I think we are interesting to aliens. I don't think that they want to catch what we have. I don't think they want their, it's like when you go to the zoo, if aliens are flying around, I don't think we see them because they got that glass where it's like, it's tinted, you can only see through one way. And two, when you go to the zoo, do you take your kids, hey, you guys go out there and play with the monkeys? Hey, you can go play with the turtles, touch the turtles, grab a snake, pick up. Most people don't do that. Why? Because you don't want your kids catching what the monkeys got. You don't want the kids catching what the snakes got. You don't want them getting sick. And the aliens, oh no, I don't think that they don't want us to see them if they're around. And I think they're around. They're just so far ahead of us in technology, we don't even see them. They might have ascended, but might be light spiritual energy now by now. But I don't think that they're that interested in us. Because they're all around. They have to be all around. There's life everywhere, but they don't come here. And so by default, I always default to, well, did anybody steal $21 trillion from the American public? And all of a sudden, since the 1940s, all these spaceships been showing up everywhere. All right, anyway. Have a hot chick say the same thing and see if more people listen. They do, Max. I did that. I've done some interviews with some hot people, and people tune in. They didn't tune in for me. But I get like a pretty woman on there. People tune in, But I'm not really trying to get big though, Max. Too much responsibility comes with that. I'm trying to get out of responsibility. I'll come on here and say what I got to say for a few minutes. But I'm not trying to get that kind of big. That's dangerous. You get dangerous big. You start putting like these pretty women they got on these news stations. No. I know how America works. Nope. I didn't live here, bro. Too much responsibility comes with that. And these people, because y'all bastards, I love y'all to death. They're not going to let me lie if I get big on TV. Oh, no. They're not going to let y'all won't let me lie. I want to lie. Sometimes I want to lie so bad. Like, it's fun when you lie. Be like everybody else, and then y'all gonna get me killed. Hell no, you ain't getting me killed. No. Listen, we'll stay small. We'll say some truthful things, get blocked on Facebook, blocked on YouTube, have some fun, jokes, Greta this, that, climate change, and we're gonna stay like this. I get too big, oh, they kill me in a minute. Oh, hell no. Like, Freud is selling out. No, because I just on the Greta thing alone. They came for me. They was like, before people, go back and look at the thread. Before you saw what I was saying, that I appreciate all children and her soul, her spirit of wanting to fight the adult world. When I said, they didn't have the tar and feather and they was getting that together. People I know for 20 years, we gotta burn him at the cross. He's selling out, CIA. Did you read the post? Did you? No, they crucified me. Hell no. I don't trust y'all. Y'all 98% monkeys need bananas. If y'all let me go lie, I get big. I agree with that. If we take a general consensus right here, we all agree that Gerard can lie so he don't get murdered by the CIA, then we gonna go get big. No, not interested. That's why I only do interviews every now and then. It's too many pretty women in the anti-war movement. That's the prize. Too many of them. They pretty and they got the little pretty pictures and I'm anti-war. Stop the wars. And then people start tuning in. Next thing I know, I'm getting phone calls and black helicopters and black cars showing outside my house. No. I have no fear. That don't mean I'm ready to check out right now. All right. Alex Jones' assignment to gather those who know his narrative. Alex Jones' assignment. Oh, okay, his assignment, Brother Jack, gather those who know his narrative. Yeah, well, he gathers people under him. I mean, my take on Alex Jack, it really hadn't changed. Like, I used to watch, I like Alex. I don't care what y'all like him or not. He's righteous. I know. You're in the way to struggle. I know, you go struggle away. I'm not interested. I'm interested in like a global caste system. He used to be a shock jock. Entertaining as all hell. Used to be a shock jock, entertaining as all hell, like Howard Stern, like all the rest of them. I don't have to agree with people to like him and enjoy their show. He put on a show. You know, he was anti-establishment. He was anti-Bush, anti-war and oil and all of that stuff. But then when he camped on, well, I stopped listening to him before he camped on to Trump. But I kind of stopped. Life got in the way. And I think now, you know, he started saying truthful things. He started being news-ish, but he still was like shock jockish. And so I think he kind of struggled between being a shock jock, shocking the hell out of you with truthful things. Right? Because he would say things that were true. Then he'd take this big old bag of sugar and start shaking on it. I'm like, wait a minute, dude, I'm confused. Like, are we doing shock jock stuff? Or are we doing like conspiracy theory or news? Like, what are we doing? I think he's struggling between being a shock jock and news. And I think if you were a critical thinking person, you couldn't get down with it because it was too shock jockish. And if you were interested in the shock jock, it became too newsist and truist. And that's it. And I think I don't know if he fizzled out. I think he's still on, well, they blocked him. And I think he fizzled out on the internet, on social media, but I think he still got his website. I don't think he fits in a team too well. It's part of why I think they blocked him, they deleted him because he got a little too big. And I don't think he fits real. Didn't he start questioning Trump for a little bit? Like he was on the Trump train and then he started questioning when he started to realize that the Obama wars and the Bush wars weren't stopping. Then that's when shortly after that, they kicked him off the internet. But yeah, I mean, they'll let him gather his monkeys and he can gather monkeys. Other people can gather monkeys. As long as you keep the monkeys from changing the system, then you and your monkeys are okay. But if you and your monkeys start making some progress and changing the system, then somebody gotta die. And that ain't gonna be me. I'm sorry. Nope. I leave. I get out of here first. My friends are too honest. These monkeys, no. All right. I'm curious still as to what they do with the gold. Maybe they mix it with blood to make some evil concoction. Megs, are you talking about monatomic gold? The pyramid, the gold cakes that the Egyptians ate? I find that interesting. I haven't looked at that in a minute. What else we got in the news? I haven't looked at that in a minute. But I'm not out there melting jewelry down eating it. People on intermittent fasting diets live longer, study shows. Of course they do, because some things only come by prayer and fasting. And you don't know that because you hate Christianity and religion. So you don't read the scripture. Absolutely. And you don't go to PubMed. It's on PubMed too. Science and religion agree. Some things only come by prayer and fasting. And yes, people live longer. There's a lot of good, the science is interesting on that. We could watch that. The science is really interesting on that. But I think that's where the ancient scripture, what they were talking about. Intermittent fasting. Human beings didn't evolve filling their gut every single meal. We evolved in scarcity. We evolved eating little bits and pieces, nuts and berries, little pieces of cannabis trees and twigs and some nuts. And tomorrow you didn't eat it all. And so the body's based in eating at random times, random small amounts, diverse types of compounds from plant seeds, nuts and berries, and then going 2 or 3 days and not eating anything at all. And so I think your body evolved to have those rest periods where it wasn't digesting, it was doing other things. Sag Guru had a great talk on that. But yeah, I think that however we evolve, that's what we need to continue to do. Let me see, Israel is in the definition of political paralysis. Hopefully that's a good sign. Hopefully the good people in Israel are standing down their aggressive, murderous, colonizing, killing government. And in the meantime, I really don't judge people in Israel because we are not standing down our murderous, killing, colonizing government. We're buying Christmas toys and we're cheering it. You know, that's kind of why I'm not on it. Israel! And I'm just like, y'all, you know, they're just people, right? You know, they were like you. They were born in a place, had certain privileges, and they don't want to stop. I got American privilege, so I have no rights to talk about anybody else. We need to stand down our oppression engine. Anyway, Turkish Wikipedia ban violates freedoms. Yeah, it does, but that's what Turkey's supposed to do. They're supposed to make sure that they keep their population ignorant like America. Everybody wants an America. All the cabal, they all want an America. They need an apathetic population that's just dumb as a bag of bricks wet to dominate the world. Everybody wants an America. OPCW lie is out there. The damage is done. I don't know what OPCW is. If that's interesting, Jim Josh Stress, y'all let me know and you can watch it. But I'm so behind in my Lion news that I don't even know what's going on. World's richest doubled their wealth this decade. Did you? Of course they did. Everybody doubled. Of course everybody doubled. We can watch that. Everybody doubled. Everybody got double the money, don't you? I know. So do you. We all doing great. The GDP's doing good. We doing great. That's just how it works.
From Studio 4 in the world headquarters of RT America in our nation.
You vote for the elite's government, expect the elite to do well. Okay? That's how that works.
Capital. This is the news with Rick Sanchez.
If you vote for the bourgeoisie, you better be boy, Y, and Jean, or you ain't getting a damn thing. This is how it works.
And good evening, everybody. I'm John Huddy, filling in for Rick Sanchez, who's off for the holidays. We hope he's enjoying it. We begin tonight by reviewing the many protests that raged around the world this year, and we've talked about many of them right here on this show, often when the mainstream media has all but tuned out. And we found that there have been parallels between these protests and often several corresponding factors driving the demonstrations. Among them, a feeling of exclusion among youth, the young generation, concern about the future, and anger about a growing economic disparity gap in many of the cities and countries where protesters and demonstrators have hit the streets. It's the same kind of fuel that gave momentum to protests like Occupy Wall Street and the Arab Spring. I was there at Zuccotti Park when Occupy Wall Street began, and I watched it not only grow bigger and bigger there in Manhattan, but also spread across the country and across the world. And likewise, today, there's a younger generation, what we call millennials, speaking out, raging against the machine of often oppressive and corrupt governments and the wealthy elite, the 1% that gets richer while the rest continue to struggle.
Clarification, they ain't raging against the system. They're raging against parts of the system. There's a difference. You're only raging against this portion. You're not raging against the whole system. So that's not actually raging against the system. You're raging for the system. If you're only fighting the Republicans, you are the system. You're a part of it. If you're only fighting the Democrats, you're raging for the system. If you're still in that Chinese finger trap thing, then you're a part of it. So yeah, I don't see any youth raging against the system. I think that happened once in U.S. history. When I was alive, that was Occupy Wall Street, and that did not spread all over the world. The deep state descended upon those youth because those youth actually figured out what the stupid adults couldn't, that the banks and the corporate greed were behind everything, and they made sure that those kids never spoke up again. Those kids all got jobs. Those kids either went to prison and got jobs because they realized they were going to get some Bob Marley foot cancer. Not today. Today they're fighting, I don't know. What are the kids raging against? Everything I look at, I could be wrong, but I see them raging against political parties and white people and black people and immigrants and what else? You know, that's it. That's all I see. So I don't see anyone fighting the system. I see them fighting with passion, like Greta, fighting, which is a great thing. They got the passion, but it's up to us to guide that passion. It's up to us to not make memes about Greta, to not make memes, get the passion, but give them the information, all right? That's what I see.
From Paris to Hong Kong, from Lebanon to Chile, the anger is the same. In many of these stories, it started with a smaller swell of movement, growing into a large wave of protest for better living standards, quality of life, and higher wages, among many other demands. And one of the key ingredients in this recipe for resistance, the dismay and frustration that the rich keep getting richer. In fact, since 2010, look at this, Jeff Bezos, of course, of Amazon, made almost $100 billion more.
You ever watch these things and get upset like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Jeff Bezos? Well, you just need to look at where his money comes from. Jeff Bezos is Santa Claus. Come from Christmas. He got Amazon. All the Americans bought the present. I have to give myself credit. I'm sorry. I am going to do that right now. I haven't bought from Amazon in damn near 15 years. And I'm not going to start now. I never had an Amazon Prime account. I used to be with Amazon when they were like a bookstore. We sell books online, stuff like that. If most of the nation won't go buy from small mom and pop shops and businesses around the corner, they buy from Amazon because they're lazy, eating donuts and ho-ho cakes and donut cookies and stuff like that, and they don't want to teach their kids that it's okay to have some small electronics. You can't have electronic Christmas, not when we know that it's all stolen from other countries. You're gonna get a Jeff Bezos. So his net worth is $111 billion. $1 billion. And look, Zucky up there too. Mark Zuckerberg is at $76 billion. I ain't even mad at them. They're doing what the system allows. They're doing what people vote for. They're doing what people cheer, but the kids seem to realize that this is a bad direction. Now all they got to do is pause, stop walking with the Democrats, stop walking with the Republicans, stop walking with the French bourgeoisie parties, get a bearing, and then walk the right way. That's the only thing the system fears. The system does not fear anyone raging in the streets with Sharpies and signs. They don't care nothing about that. They care if you actually start walking away from supporting these corporations who stole all of it. It's all blood money. Go down this list. I don't even know who these people are. Jeff Bezos, I know. Bernard Arnault, I don't know him. Bill Gates, familiar. Warren Buffett, heard that name before. Amico Ortega, okay. Zuckerberg, Larry Ellison, Carlson, Larry Page, and Mukesh Ambani. All I know is everything that they made is stolen. It was all made on stolen goods and blood money. All of it. Stop trying to eat the rich and save the human race. Stop trying to eat the rich, save the human race. As long as you're in the street fighting for black people, you'll fail. As long as you're in the street fighting for white people, you'll fail. As long as you're fighting for Democrats or Republicans, you will fail. The system literally is designed by you doing that. Besides, the conversations I keep having with people, and I don't know why I got to keep having these conversations, is but we got to help our people first. You got to help what people first? Who are your people? Well, we got to help the minorities, the colonized people first. Oh yeah, do you know that everybody was colonized? Do you know that everybody was a colonizer and everybody colonized, but only a few were successful at it? So first of all, if you don't know who your people are, you're wasting everybody's time. We got to help our people. If you can help everybody, why you just want to help certain people? That's the question I always end up asking. So we got to help the Asian people. We got to help the Latin people. We got to help the Canadians. If we have the technology and the automation to help everybody, why are you trying to help one group of people? And the answer they don't like. And this is when people just shut up. They walk away. Or to make a personal attack. I don't know, to talk about my nose and my ears or something. I don't know. You know, you're trying to, because you're told to do that. That's why. You're told to do that. You were told to do that by the people who make big money from you not changing anything. Resource-based economy, Zeitgeist movement, Venus Project, Ubuntu movement. We can take care of everybody. And we don't even need their money. All of this right here, we don't need none of that. None of that. We don't need their money. All we need are the resources and the automation, the patents, the things that they don't even own, they didn't even develop. Those corporations can keep their money. The wealthy, they can keep their cars, their trucks, their slave technology, their yachts, all of that stuff. They can keep it all. In fact, I mean, they're only in the positions that they are because most people want to be them. When people stop wanting to be them with all their slave-made blood technology, then we're going to get somewhere. And that's why I say everything's about information and consciousness. When you really get that Wall Street is a black market, it's a market full of stolen goods, then you stop buying from it, or you buy less from it. You know, that's when things start to change, but we don't need anything that they got. We can make houses and grow food for everybody with learning software and automation. We can do it in food forests so it's even healthier. We can do it with diverse colonies of microbiology. We can do it with aquaponics. We can grow better than what the farmers are growing now. But it's all really a choice. So yeah, are the rich getting richer? They absolutely are. Have they been getting richer since the beginning of time? They absolutely have been. Why? Because you want to be them. You want to Merry Christmas. You want to buy from them and you want to be them. You want what they have. Me personally, I don't want what they have. I really don't care about their slave technology. I get that they murdered people and raped entire towns of women and have slaves that make their technology and get their minerals. I am a barbarian trapped among Romans. I am a barbarian trapped among the Huns. I'm a barbarian trapped among the Comanche. I'm a barbarian trapped among the Zulus. My people were all colonized and murdered and killed by all different types of people. Some were more successful than others. But when we have enough love for each other where we don't want to buy their stolen goods because it's okay they stole it because they're a cabal and they run the government, that if it's wrong at our level to steal, it's wrong at their level to steal, then the whole world's gonna look very different. Gotta grow up though. Gotta grow up. I do not want to Merry Christmas. Lori, don't Merry Christmas. The Santa Claus, isn't he satanic? Somebody posted that the other day. Don't marry that dude. That dude got a bifurcated tail and bloody boots. Somebody posted that the other day. Go to Wikipedia that Santa is after Satan, and that's why he got the red costume because he murdered and ate people in Europe or something like that. I was too much for me. Lori, I looked at it as like, nope, you don't want to marry that dude. Almost sit on his lap. That's a dirty dude. And plus everything he's given to the kids is stolen anyway. And we are close to the 3% turning the herd. Hey, Brenda, I think so. I kind of think so. I might have said something different 20 minutes ago. I kind of think things are changing. I do, because we couldn't have these discussions a long time ago. And we've got the internet, and people are actually looking up information. Not enough of them, but people are starting to. When all the conflicts stopped, then we're getting somewhere. But I think people are starting to pay attention. Insider trading, that's funny, Jack. Insider trading. That's hilarious. Yeah, it's like that's all they do. That's all they do. Just the whole stock market thing. Like they literally got software to place trades before you even see the trade on your screen. And you think this is real. Like this is a false world. Everything they do is inside. Everything they do is inside, and we're outside standing in the ice age. Fighting to stay here when it comes. Let me see. More disturbing. What's disturbing? Brother Kelly's disturbed. More disturbing events from Boeing. Yep, Boeing shouldn't exist, Kelly. Boeing should not even be a company. Is that on the news? I'll click on that. No, we don't need to unify. We aren't built to unify. We thrive on cultural, social, economic, and sovereign diversity. We need to work towards a system predicated on that. That same thing. Same thing, Bofun. Same thing. Let me clarify. We need to unify on the fact that we are a human race. We are some sort of a wave energy spiritual creature that should be working together collectively in unity with our cultural diversity, our different socioeconomic setups, our sovereign diversity with sovereignty towards sustainability. That's what we need to do. So I know what you're talking about though. There's a new world order unified, and that's a whole different. That's slavery. That's plantation. That's where they're trying to make clones, and they're trying to take America and take it mainstream. There's a very different picture. Like our diversity is what makes us so powerful. Right? It's our sovereignty. It's that creative skill and the passion. It's the kids that have the ADHD and what do they call it? ADHD. The kids that have that amazing ability to not stop, the Nikola Teslas, right? To free people from struggle, to free people from having to try to feed themselves and let their creativity come out in a sovereign fashion. So definitely unify, but unify on a cause of sustainability. Unify on things that make some sense. Staying here in an ice age is a bad idea. That we need to stop taxing the ice age and get the hell off of ice planet. We're not supposed to be here, right? And that unity We'll decide to get there faster if we realize that if we are one, if we are united, then we got no business warring anybody else. We have no business warring against. We have no business violating another nation. So that unity is a requirement. Like, we have to see each other as a part of one big family. And if we don't see that, nothing will change. Like, we can have all the sovereignty and cultural, social, economic setup and all of that stuff we want, but if we don't have a unity, then we're still going to, that's what got us here. Right? That's what got us here. This idea that we're not already one. We are one. We just forgot we're one because of money and economics and bananas. But I get what you're saying. We've got to be careful with that word. I think I get what you're saying. Is the New World Order is about making clones. We don't need any clones. We need everybody to be the best them that they can be. And we need to provide everything that we can for them, so they're not still in struggles from the 1400s trying to eat food, drink water. Like, think about how crazy that is for a minute. We are in 2019, going into 2020. Can we have a resolution ever that people need to stop struggling for clean water? Like, we're literally in the clean water struggle. Clean water. And that was the first thing we had when we were here. That's the first thing. The clock got turned back. We had fresh water. We didn't have fresh water. We did that. Why we gotta do that again? Can we stop poisoning the water? Food. We had food from the very beginning. It's like the clock got turned back to make these artificial struggles to keep everybody fighting. But when you're in unity with each other, then different things happen. It's like a struggle like I got into with my brother. It's just like, yeah, for a minute I pop, it'll happen. We're kids, we grew up, we were fighting all the time. But it only lasted a few seconds before something clicked, like, what am I doing? We're all the same. We're all together. Besides the fact, this is exactly what this cabal wants. Like, this is exactly the whole struggle. And it played out right there in my mother's kitchen. This is the whole struggle that the whole world is involved in. These elite starve us into scarcity where we end up struggling with people we're all allies with, right? And so we absolutely have to see the oneness. We got to see the oneness. And consciousness is definitely the answer. I know your coffee's better than mine. Shut up, Kelly, shut up. I know your coffee's better than mine. Well, to you it is. It ain't better than me. Your coffee's better because you want to open a cafe and you grow hemp. So yeah, I agree with that. I would love some hemp coffee. Can you jive with this? 3 points of unity for yellow vest. 1, humanity first. 2, anti-austerity, anti-capitalist. And 3, direct democracy. I jive with that, Brother Robert, every day, today, Sunday, with green eggs and ham. And I jive with that all the time, because those are all very core truths that we need, and we can go through them. 1 is humanity first. Humanity first, absolutely. Not black people first. A world dominated by black people is dumb as a world dominated by white people. Not Christians first, not Muslims first, not Jews first, not Americans first, but humanity first. Core level, we are one. We are one species, we are one race. Absolutely, unquestionable, down with that. 2, anti-capitalist. Absolutely, Brother Robin. It's a lot coming from me, trust me. I used to be a capitalist. I used to believe in capitalism, patriots, all that stuff, because that's what I was told. Best system, But in hindsight, and this is not a pro-socialist, a communist thing. I don't believe any of the elite systems actually work. Everything monkeys make is stupid. I don't believe in survival of the fittest anymore. And capitalism is a survival of the fittest system, right? It's a system that it's a game of Monopoly. And I think it's wrong that children are born in debt to banks and lords and kings they never met. I think that's foul, it's dirty. If you put humans first, you can't agree with a monopolizing system that says, well, because you came from a wealthy family, you should be able to live a lovely lifestyle while everybody else struggles, and some people at the bottom die. So I don't believe in survival of the fittest anymore. I think that's like water. That's something we solved a long time ago. Why are we making creatures survive? Why are we making the next generation to fight harder and harder each generation to survive? And that's capitalism. I used to call it crony capitalism. I don't call it that no more, Robert, because I get it now, right? Capitalism will always create crony capitalism. It's designed. So what we're seeing now is not, we're seeing the results of what capitalism will always become on a planet where there are less and less resources for the majority because the wealthy are hoarding them. So it's not crony capitalism. It's this idea that it's okay that people die if they can't make money. And I think that's foul. Some people are born with one leg. Some people are born with half a brain. Some people have some sort of mental illness. Some people are poisoned into mental illness. And I think it's foul. You can't put humanity first if you think you're better and you think you deserve better because you can work harder. Your brain thinks this way and yours thinks that way. These autistic kids, these ADHD, all these kids, the kids who don't fit in the corporate environment. These are some of the most phenomenal children that we have. They're a human resource, and all human resources need to be cultivated, and that will not happen in a capitalist, socialist, nor communist government. We need something that we have not seen or yet gotten to. And the last point, direct democracy, I'm with you on that. I'm totally with you on that because I think that's the only way that we can get there. The two ways to get there: one, direct democracy, and two is a revolution. And I think revolution's a bad idea. Maybe a currency collapse will get there too, but just as almost as many people will die in a currency collapse as a revolution. I'm a collapser, and that the default condition, I'd rather that than revolution. But if we grow up and we're mature enough and we do the research, we'll realize that a direct democracy is a path to get there with little to no violence. And plus we already have a direct democracy now anyway. It's just just not in the direct part. We got a direct democracy right now. We have one. It's just you're not direct. The elites decide. The representatives decide, and all the representatives only get jobs and retirements from taking money from the elite. So we got a direct democracy right now. We just need to be included in the direct part. So it's I'd rather take risks where 300 million people had a vote than only 3,000. Make it hard. At least make it hard on them. We're gonna go down. Let's go down with a fight. Can we like kind of make it hard on the cabal? I think they've had it too easy. It's probably good that G doesn't know what we're all talking about. Jonathan, I'm trying to keep up. What did I miss? All right, somebody post it clearly because I try to go back and comment. I have no idea what y'all talking. What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about, Jonathan? What you talking about? Huh? And why are you Dr. Smith now in here? What is this Dr. Smith stuff? Y'all come up with stuff, I don't even know, y'all like it. Sometimes y'all seem like kids to me. Y'all come up with these little acronyms and words, jive talk and ebonics. I don't even know what y'all talking about. To me, Dr. Smith is from, what is it? What am I watching on Netflix now? I'm watching the Family Robinson in space. And there's a Dr. Smith in that. That's what I thought they were talking about. So I have no idea what y'all talking about. Somebody clearly define and post a comment on what you're talking about, and I should address it. Okay? All right. I don't see the aliens. I saw Boeing. Is that what y'all talking about? Boeing documents show very disturbing concerns. What's the concern about Boeing? Is that what you're talking about? Concerns over the MAX or 737 MAX. Of course, well, Boeing should have concerns over the 737 MAX because it's made in scarcity and they want to make as much money as they can, and so they use as cheap parts as they will. So yeah, that's not a thing. You can't have big corporations making technology. Things need to get developed slowly, sustainably, and actually work. Gee, you don't want to know. Okay, thank you, Jonathan. It's probably about some penises and vaginas or something. Y'all just, it's too early in the morning. I guess it's on a holiday. Some of y'all at work, y'all not in slavery, so I imagine that's what you're doing with your loved ones. Okay, but it's too early for me. Let's get down. Get some comments. I still don't see the alien thing. Oh, Susan in the house. I missed everything from Susan this morning. Humans forget that we are specifically designed to survive on this planet. If not, we wouldn't breathe oxygen and need water. Yes, and we're designed to survive, Susan, on a planet with abundant food and abundant clean water. And somebody took the abundant food away, the land away, and thus the clean water. We literally have a model of world with an economic system of keeping things away from creatures that were designed to need it. And that's how you make them slaves. That's how you get them moving. You don't have to crack a whip anymore. You just let them see the poorest people. And you don't want to be them. And so we go off, get jobs and degrees to fight other people who we're already one with. United in a common basic needs being accessible to all doesn't seem so tough, but we can't even do that. No, we can't, Brenda, because we don't give a damn. Consciousness. Right? We don't give a damn enough. We don't spend enough time with those who are who have the least, and that's where I get my stuff from. Like Brenda, I don't I can't get down with this whole fight white people stuff. That's stupid. That's dumb. We grow up. We did that. We did that when we were children. Can we stop doing that? And I didn't even do it then. I was kind of faking then. I had a lot of white friends. And they were poor. So, and I had a lot of black friends who were poor. So I'm not interested in fighting any of them. When you know you can take care of everybody, and you know it's not even tough. It's literally robots and automation that are doing it for everybody. It's a very easy thing. It's just walking away. It's just walking away on common, basic needs. Basic needs. I don't think anybody should have anything beyond what they need until everybody has what they need. When everybody has what they need, when robots are making that, then we can start moving into wants and 3D printing and making an amazing world. All right. Unpopular opinions. The only unity that is even possible is the unity within the self. If enough of us accomplish that, nothing else matters. The world will take care of itself. Absolutely, absolutely, John. And the world will heal itself. But we have to be one with the world, right? We have to be in unity with the ecosystem. And when we're in unity with the ecosystem, like I said, we don't have to save the earth. We don't have to save the planet. The earth doesn't give two damns about you saving it. Mama Earth gonna kill you. You stay here, Mama gonna kill you. Mama got to clean the house. That's what she does, and she's gonna extinct everybody. So we have to be at one with that, and we don't have to fix or heal the earth. The earth is gonna heal itself, but the earth will decide if it needs to go through another 20,000 years of ice age and then do some healing, or if it's just going to heal it now. All we have to do is stop breaking things. Let's stop breaking things so we live here as long as possible. And this is what the climate change fighters are about, right about. We shouldn't be poisoning ecosystems. We have the technology where we shouldn't be doing this nonsense anymore. We shouldn't be anywhere. Fossil fuel use should almost be illegal at this point, right? It's an ancient age-old technology. It shouldn't even be around. So I absolutely agree with that. And the earth will heal itself. You stop poisoning the earth and the earth heals itself. It really is that simple. Most of the fresh water was sourced as the process from previous ice age, which makes sense. And then that's, what is that, Beaufort? Is that where the, those massive 2 high mile glaciers on top of your backyard, they melt and they forge out these areas. Like Randall Carson talked about that too. They melt and creates all the fresh water. It's just how the world works. It's how the world works. We don't get to stay here. We don't get to tax ice ages from not coming. They're coming. We're either getting out of here, we're learning how to survive for the Beaufonts and Megs who want to stay here, or we're gonna die. We're gonna die in conflict with each other. State specializes in misguidance. Yes, it does, Jack. That's why I have no issues with Greta at all. Greta's doing exactly what the ignorant adults in her world have taught her to do. I just appreciate the fact that she's willing to stand up against half the adults in her world, and if we can get her to stand up against all the adults, we're getting somewhere. Or stand up against 99% of the adults. All right, holiday blues, helping me at a lonely Christmas. Iraqi president resignation could lead to Arab Spring too. Well, Iraq shouldn't have a president, nor should we have governments. We should be all sensing and unified, then we won't need nations. 2020 U.S. election officials adopt military mindset. No, they didn't adopt the military mindset. They already got that, girl. That's all they do. They like to murder people and steal what they got. Afghan papers revealed. That might be something. That's Lee Camp. Did y'all watch him? Should we click on that? That just means the Afghanistan war is always a lie. Why? Because they want to kill Prince. So they had the whole opioid crisis, and that was that. But that was all about. Less than 0.0006% of Americans feel their rights are threatened. Oh boy. Well, okay, let's think about that. If you don't think you have rights anyway, if you think you're a slave, then yeah, your rights aren't threatened, right? If you don't, if you didn't pay attention to civics class, if you don't feel that you have a Bill of Rights and the federal government owns you and they dictate what you do and don't do, then it makes sense. Nobody's taking your rights because you actually don't have any. If you don't stand up for your neighbor's rights, they ain't got none, you ain't got none either. So I guess that kind of makes some sense. Although I am kind of curious what they're talking about. Kind of curious. Don't get mad at me. I want to click the link. I want to see what they're talking about. I like you guys.
I always say I hate polls. I think they're stupid, and I never believe them. Neither should you. Especially when only a few thousand people are surveyed, and then the survey concludes that, like, all of Americans believe this thing based on these 2,000 people's answers. It's absurd. I never believe them, and nor should you. This is a good example of what I'm talking about. A new poll from Harris and the Purple Project surveyed about 2,000 people across the U.S. Now, the U.S. has more than 327 million people in it. 327 million people. So 2,000 is no kind of scientific sample, if you ask me. However, the poll was about something interesting to me, so let's talk about it a little bit. Okay, so first, this is what the poll concluded. Out of those 2,000 people, 92% of them said they feel like their rights are under siege in one way or another. So 92% of Americans feel like their rights are under siege. 48% are concerned about their freedom of speech going away. 47% are concerned about their right to bear arms. 41% are concerned about their right to equal justice. And 35% are concerned about their freedom of religion. Okay, so the big number, the headline, is the 92%. It's only about the idea that Americans think that their rights are under siege generally. This is what the poll states. 92% of Americans think their rights are under siege. So dramatic, right? Now again, they only asked about 2,000 Americans these questions, which translates to 0.0006% about. That's right, 3 zeros of the country's population. And yet still, there's this headline that went out everywhere. 92% of Americans think their rights are under siege. See, that's why I hate polls. If the sample only represents 0.0006% of the population, then if 100% of them answered they were worried about their rights, the headline should still only be 0.0006% of Americans are worried about their rights. The rest have yet to be asked. That's the headline I'm using here, because that's more accurate, if you ask me. And that's why I hate polls, because they never reflect reality, as the 2016 election should have taught every single solitary American. But the one thing about polls that I do like is that they raise interesting questions for people to talk about, right? Which is why people use them in the media. I've used them a million times too, I admit. And the topic in this poll is interesting to me too, especially the freedom of speech part, because I like to spout my mouth off a lot. And since I've just done that for a couple of minutes freely about this nonsense poll, bashing the poll makers and the media, I'd say, so far, I'm really not worried about my freedom of speech. No, not at all.
Interesting and silly both at the same time. Delicious and a little foolish. Absolutely. Spot on if you get what she's saying about polls. Never trust a poll. First of all, it's on television, right? Tell-a-vision. If it's on television, you don't have to trust it. Somebody wants you to believe it. A couple thoughts on that one. So I love the way she broke that down. It's beautiful, understanding. If you haven't asked everybody, and that's a sovereignty concept, which is why y'all see Beaufont flipping out right there. That's a sovereignty concept, right? In terms of you didn't ask everybody, right? And this is the one hit about direct democracy, right? If you don't have people who believe in sovereignty, then the people can get together and vote a gang rape on you, right? And that's the conflict. You know, you have to have some sort of a consciousness effort to respect people and not vote against their rights, or you need to have a hardcore Bill of Rights that no bill can be written against, which is hard to do, and I don't know how to figure out that. I mean, direct democracy is still better than what we have today, but it's certainly not going to be a perfect system, and democracy shouldn't exist in the long term if we're a sentient species anyway. There shouldn't be any voting in a sentient species. What is there to vote on when you have a respect for everybody's rights and you're not violating each other? And so that's the core concept, which is everybody has their rights and they're uninfringible completely. You never have a right to violate other people. And I completely agree with that. And that makes perfectly good sense. But the whole part at the end that our rights are under threat, yeah, our rights have been under threat since the very beginning. Our rights are directly related to profit. If we keep them, they don't make profit. They got to take them. So kings and lords have been after our rights from the very beginning. Oh, is that Neil deGrasse? What's he talking about? Neil deGrasse Tyson. Who knows what will happen if we start fighting in space. Oh, I know what's gonna happen. I didn't seen the movie Star Wars. Y'all see Star Wars? I saw Star Wars. Spoiler alert. America didn't win Star Wars. I've been watching Star Wars for 30 years. I'm glad they wrapped it up. A lot of people don't like it. I like it. I loved it. America lost. The Romans lost in the end. Babylon fell. I know. I know. You thought America were the Jedi. No. They were the one taking rights. They were the darkness. They were the they were not the resistance. So it was good. Star Wars was good. What'll start happening? Well, I don't know, from space. I think Ivana posted that the other morning, right? Where you had they can just take a piece of metal and drop it from space and like blow up your house. They just go to the rods from God. What is that thing called? Like literally, I can take my keys or this little glass thing and put it up in there. If it doesn't burn up in the atmosphere, if it's made out of something, it's only this big, it'll blow up your whole neighborhood. So what'll happen if we let these morons who are killing people on the planet take weapons to space? Nothing good for you. So I know what'll happen. You can click on that if you want, but I know what'll happen. The same thing that happened on Earth. They're gonna kill a lot more people than what they are on Earth. And it's stupid. Like the whole idea of nations in space, you know how dumb that is? Like what would happen if, I don't know, they ran into the aliens and they showed the American flag and a symbol and had a pledge of allegiance that we represent America from Earth. You think the aliens don't get no today? Oh, y'all still playing nation? Y'all are that evolved. The aliens probably get right back in their ship and they just fly away. Like, ooh, y'all that devolved? You still got nations and symbols and you're still cheering and fighting for wars and black oil, black water you call oil. The whole nation concept has to die. That has to go away. It was a bad dream. It was a bad, bad dream. Yeah, you're Dan, like Daniel. Oh, Dan Santiago in the house. Yeah, America's an empire. America is the empire. They are literally Darth Vader. And they'll convince you that Trump is Darth Vader. He is not. It is the system. And that is the problem. Tyson has made more money making videos than he ever did as a physicist. Yeah, both fine. And he's big. And that should tell everybody everything they need to know. That's how my mind works. Everybody I know who's big, whether it be Hollywood or anywhere else, you only get to be big if you are not effective at fighting the system. That's the only way you get to be big. Yeah, I'm still on. I'm about to go. I'm about to get out of here. Because I was hoping to see the alien, the California. I guess nobody saw it. Nobody here. Nobody saw the California UFO. I didn't even see pictures of it. I have to go back and click on it. Unless Daniel posted it. You posted that. You posted that. That's right. That's who posted it. I think you tagged me. Yeah, I don't see anything on here about the free energy device that can help people to stop fighting. Boeing announces leadership changes. Blah, 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 blah. Gentrification fuels gun violence. What? Let me show you. Gentrification fuels gun violence. No, I'm gonna disagree with that statement. Gun violence is fueled by people being upset and having guns. So a lot of things stem gun violence, right? You know, and you fix it. You can take away the guns and you have knife violence. You can take away the knives, you can have dirt ball violence. You can take away the rock, you can take away dirt balls, you got rock violence. So you want violence to go away, then you stop doing things that make people violent. This is a good example, and this is the problem that I have. Is what's popular is fighting side effects. So does gentrification fuel gun violence? It can contribute. I agree with it can contribute, but at the root level or from a solution perspective, what does gentrification have to do with us stopping gun violence, stopping violent people? Pretty much nothing. And that's what I'm saying. When you think about things in terms of a root cause problem and instilling a root fixing solution that helps all of the people, then you don't have to worry about the side effects. So gentrification, well, what is gentrification? That's that whole buying up poor neighborhoods and kicking the poor people out and bringing in parks and zoos and different things and raising the rent and kicking everyone out. We live in a nation that has 12 companies 3D printing houses. Why is gentrification even still a word? Why are we even talking about this? Right? We know that everybody can have a mansion with pools printed from robots and all the food they can eat. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't like the side effect. Like, this is news. I get it. And people click and watch this stuff. And I'm not saying the brother is wrong or anything. I'm just saying I like to look at things from a root cause perspective. If people pick up guns because they don't have houses and food and they're being oppressed and they're not free, they're living in a capitalist nation and they were brought into the monopoly game 300 years after it started, then hell yeah, they're gonna pick up a gun. That's what they're supposed to do. Like I said, these kids, they're supposed to join the Klan. They're supposed to join the White Knight. They're supposed to join the Bloods and the Crips and the Triads and the MI, because there ain't nothing wrong with the kids. The kids are just a litmus test for the damn world. What the problem is, the adults. We're the ones who don't look at, we're the ones who look at these problems and we jump on the side. Why? Because a certain group is saying it, so we jump on the side of the debate instead of saying, how about we just make the whole problem go away? Well, it's because the leaders who tend to be behind these debates, they don't want the problem to go away. They're making money on the problem. So yeah, I don't know. That's not a thing to me. I found that to be interesting. But once again, I think when you look at problems, when you look at the news, try to look at what they're not saying. Try to look at what they're not saying. I don't do side effect debates. I think that's pretty stupid. I'm gonna get out of here. Desperate people do desperate things. Yes, Brother Jack, they do. So how about, and so what's the solution? Jack is already on it. So you get rid of the desperate people. You get rid of the environments that make desperate people and desperate things stop happening. That's it. Bye. See ya. That's all, folks. The end. There's nothing else. I think, Brother Jack, you just summed up what we've been saying for the longest damn time. If you're scared of desperate people doing desperate things, picking up guns, doing crimes, then how about give an environment where people don't have to be desperate? But then again, that means you got to share. That means that we have to have a little empathy and love. And it's easy to do with robotics and automation. Oh, Rachel's in the house. What's going on? What's that? The Michael Jackson, what is that? The Michael Jackson allegations? What? What's that about? I don't want to click on it while I'm here. What's that about, Rachel? Is that they killed Michael Jackson? Well, I know we killed him. We killed him at the pole. We were just talking about that a minute ago. We killed Prince at the pole too. We killed everybody. We killed Hendrix at the pole. All the rock and roll singers, we killed them at the pole. We killed them with airplanes mostly. And then Left Eye Lope killed her with that. John Lennon, we killed him at the polls. Martin Luther King killed him at the polls. The polls kill everybody. We pull them levers at the poll, the voting. Keeping a world where the powerful people get to kill anybody who says anything that's too truthful and get effective at doing it. Looked just like video from China a couple years ago. What is that, Kelly? I missed on that. Because everything repeats. I don't know what you're talking about, but everything repeats. It's like they're going to discover water again on the moon pretty soon. They're going to discover water on Mars again pretty soon. It just keeps kind of going around. They're going to discover some gas or some farts or some methane. Something that kind of might say life exists on another planet. But it's just like, I feel like I'm living in the Groundhog Day. Because they keep repeating the same stupid stuff over and over. And it's just like, I know, but we know there was life on Mars back at the Viking mission. Why is that even a discussion anymore? I think I posted that on this weekend, which was, why are we spending billions of dollars going to space looking for life and we already know life is there? We already know life is everywhere. That might be where they got the Bob Marley foot cancer from. Might have got it from a Mars microbe or something, which is why they never share the information when the kings and lords come back from the new land. They do it with the moon and Mars. We've got people starving in our nation. We got people that don't have houses. We literally can 3D print houses. We can 3D print cars. We can 3D print food, and we can take care of everybody. Why are you still looking for life and we already know life is everywhere? Because we're stupid. That's why. We're 98% monkeys. We keep pulling the levers and people keep voting for it. When are the aliens doing a press conference? Do they live cast? Not to us, but fun. Let me think about that. Do we do any live casts or broadcasts for any other species on our planet? There we go. I think the likelihood of the aliens coming, because what was that show? What was it called? V? Where they came and they met everybody and said, hi, how y'all doing? And brought some food and stuff. Then they started eating us. But they had that broadcast thing. If we don't do broadcasts for monkeys, if we're not carrying flat screen TVs out to the Amazon jungle for the gorillas, then damn sure ain't no aliens gonna do it for us, because we are 98% related to them. And we all like bananas, and they live on our planet. But a creature that came from another planet, dimension, or something, solar system, galaxy, come here and start a live feed and show us something. Nah, I think part of my theory on that, Bofon, is they come here from that long way, they're tired. You're a little tired. You go for a long trip, you're a little tired. Your feet hurt, tired of sitting down. You want to use the bathroom, get some food. I think if aliens came here, I think they'd look for some rest first. And two, they would try to figure out if there's any sentient life on Earth. And I ask myself the question, if aliens think there's sentient life on this planet, if they come here, they would find none. No, that's not true. That's not true. That's a little extreme. That's a little extreme. I think they might look in the ocean, and I think they might find octopus. I think they might see some sentient activity there. I think they would look at the bonobos and say, you know what, the bonobos might be evolving. Do I think they'd look at humans and see something sentient? I don't think so. Would they look at humans, see something interesting? I think not. I think if they looked at humans, if the aliens come here, they wouldn't be broadcasting to us. They wouldn't have much interest in us. They would look at us as a cancer. They would look at us as probably the most evil thing on the planet. I don't think they would come here to talk to us. I think they would come here to eradicate us. That would be the smart thing to do. That would be the right thing to do. It would be the sustainable thing to do. They came here and they realized, like, what would we do? If we went to, I don't know, Mars, and there was a whole bunch of life in jungles and stuff there, and there's one retarded species that just is murdering everything and murdering itself and destroying the ecosystem, and we want to study it, we might actually get rid of that thing. We might, you know what? We're not going to be able to study this Mars thing for a long time because you got this biped rhinoceros that's like putting glyphosate in the water and not building houses for each other. And they got the technology to do it, but they're not doing it. I think if aliens came here, I don't think they have nothing to say to us. I don't even think they'd see us, Bofon. I don't think that they would even look at us as being intelligent. They'd keep flying. They'd keep flying. Gentrification, pretty word for colonization. Absolutely is, Susan, on a neighborhood level. That's why I say we're all colonizers. All of us. We're all colonized. And I've colonized my house. You've colonized yours. Poor people move out, you move in. People couldn't afford to move out, you move in. And that's how it's been on this planet since the very beginning of time. You know, when we think we own land and ecosystems, and that's always a stupid idea. All right, I really do got to get going. Flip the music, do last couple comments. I'm actually kind of annoyed that the aliens weren't in the news. People not interested in aliens no more. Aliens ain't interesting. UFOs over California, not interesting. Is Daniel still here? Did they have a picture of it? I have to go back and click on it. I didn't see it. I should have clicked on it, but I don't know what I was doing. Let's do a quick scoop. I don't see it. I don't see it anywhere. China sets eyes on Mars 50 years after the moon. Yeah, but I would guarantee China's been up there for the longest time like we have. Although China seems to be trolling us in some ways when it comes to this space weapons race. What are we down to? A week ago? I'm not even sure when I stopped watching TV or news. Russia and Pakistan joined forces on trade and arms. That's what they're supposed to do when you've got an aggressive arms dealing nation that's invading the entire world and its people are going to it for gun control. Going to the number one weapons dealers for gun control. That's supposed to happen. Everyone else is going to arm up to protect themselves. New hope for breast cancer detection. That's a wonderful thing, but how about we do breast cancer prevention and stop voting for the oligarchy that's poisoning everybody? I think I'm just going to do comments. I don't see anything. New report, who trusts media, GOP or Dems? Nobody should trust the media. You're a fool if you trust the media. Epstein. Oh, Epstein is back in news. Epstein tapes go missing. Where they found the tapes? Did they find the tapes and they went missing? That's news. That actually is news. But they didn't go missing. The tapes, the people on them tapes, they're not missing them at all. We might have to click on that. Oh, they're not missing them. The people on them tapes got them tapes. That's they got the friends in the U.S. government. We need tapes back. All the little nasty things that the kids were doing and their cousins and friends and all the Democrats and Republicans. On them tapes, they got them tapes. This is new. I didn't know this happened. This is a week ago. Hang on, I just want to see what's happening real quick. I didn't know this was here. This might be something
While
important.
questions continue to mount surrounding the death of convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein, prosecutors are now claiming that the surveillance footage from his first reported suicide attempt apparently disappeared, and no one seems to know why. RT's Rachel Blevins has the details.
Ooh, teaching me. Ooh.
The attorneys for
Remember in class,
Epstein's former cellmate.
teacher asks a question, you're like, ooh, and the teacher don't pick on you because the teacher know you know the answer. That's how I am. Like, nobody knows who has the tapes or where they went. I know where the tapes is at. I know. And you know what? I'm not the only one. A lot of people here know where the tapes is at and who got them. And not only that, and people, they was on the Lolita Express and went there 800 times. Not only that, the NSA know where them tapes are. You think let's process the real world for just a moment, just a little teeny weeny moment, Let's visit the real world, ignore the media. Do you actually think that the NSA, MI6, Spence Knots, and CIA, do you actually think the people who know what you're talking about, when you're talking about it, got predictive analysis, know where you've been, how long you've been there, when you get back, what you do, when you don't do it, and run software to know what you're going to do next? Do you think they actually don't know where these tapes went? One of the most profound, prolific pedophiles of the day that they let us know in bed with the U.S. government and the Vatican and Israel and the British government, Russia. Do you actually think they have no idea where them tapes is at? They know exactly what, and you watching me too. His name is Ricky. Ricky at the NSA data center. He right there watching. Like, I'm just watching this guy. Yeah, he know I know where the tapes. He know, yeah, because I see him. He know. I know you know, Ricky. I know you know. Ricky, you need to let us know, Ricky. Ricky, you need to stop being a coward. Listen, we love you, brother. You won solidarity with the human race. You were working for killers and colonizers and murderers for a long time. Pedophile. Ricky probably got a daughter too. Ricky, think about your daughter. Think about, she could be on them tapes. You lucky you got that privilege, she ain't on them tapes. But you know where the tapes is at. They know exactly where them tapes are. What they're really trying to say is the tapes are not for poor people to know. The poor people on them tapes ain't supposed to know where the tapes is at. I know where the tapes is at. I'm done with that. I'm just saying. Ooh, teacher, I know the answer. I know exactly. The tapes is, just go to the house of the people on the tapes, and the NSA got copies of all the tapes too. I guarantee you. It's not for you. That's just not for you to know.
Cellmate are now speaking out and saying they requested the footage for their own case, but they were told it was nowhere to be found. Epstein's cellmate, a former...
All right, I'm sorry. It's not funny. It's not funny, but it's replicated, right? And so you know how they say history repeats itself? What are the long-term effects of the government can't find tapes for the Pentagon when the when the missile hit it, and they said it was an airplane? If they can't find them tapes, they're not gonna find these tapes neither, because that's what happens. You keep voting for lies, killers, and murderers. The tapes, they go disappearing. They degalvanize. What do they call it? Demagnetized. The tapes is demagnetized. They don't find the tapes for nothing. How come y'all never find the tapes for nothing important? Don't find the tapes. Martin Luther King, don't find the tapes of 9/11, don't find the tapes of Epstein. What are the tapes? A lot of tapes go missing. The tapes of Seth Rich, we was talking about Seth Rich the other day, that's the thing. Then you go to DC, you can't come to one intersection and got 82 cameras. Hell yeah, they got tapes. They got tapes with Seth Rich from every single angle and watching watching that political party, the leader in that political party's thugs and goons. Come on, stop.
A police officer who is facing charges in a quadruple homicide claims the footage could help his case because it is proof that he saved Epstein's life. Now, at the time, the two men were being held together at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in New York when Epstein reportedly tried to hang himself on July 23rd. His cellmate claims he was able to intervene and everything was recorded by the surveillance.
Oh, well, no, we're talking about different tapes. Hold on, no. See, this fake news. This tape fake news. This tape, no. See, I don't care nothing about these are the tapes. These are the security tapes in the jail. I don't care nothing about them tapes. I don't need to see them. I know what happened. I don't need to see people going in to rescue Epstein and to put the body double. I don't need to see that. I don't care nothing about them tapes. I already know what happened. I'm talking about the tapes in Epstein Island at the Epstein parties, right? Because that's what the whistleblower for the ABC, CBS, whatever she said, is that every room was recorded. Like he was known for blackmailing people. That was part of what he did. So those are the tapes. Those are the important tapes. We don't care nothing about the security tapes at the prison, because who got them tapes? It's the people who ordered it, you know. But there are a lot of people who are implicated in partying with this guy. The only tapes I care about are the tapes that he was using to blackmail people. Those are the tapes you'll never find, because those are the tapes that prove he's still alive. Think about it like that. If they actually killed him, them tapes would have been on a dead man switch and they'd be on the nightly news. That ain't gonna happen. That's how I know he's still alive. That's how I know he's still alive. Because the tapes ain't out. He's a blackmailer. He ain't stupid. All right. So anyway, security footage outside the Epstein cell during the suicide goes missing. I don't really care about that because I don't think he's dead. And when they find the tapes, when they pick somebody that looks like you, they find a homeless guy that kind of look like Epstein on the tape. It's gonna be blurry and look like him. That's my take on that. So I don't really care about this. I don't care. That's not. I thought they were talking about the real tapes. The real tapes that show your leaders. The real tapes that show your leaders' kids and their cousins doing nasty things and sped nasty things for some change. The little foul, funky pedophiles. That's what the tapes I thought they were. No, not them tapes. But that's tape fake news. I don't want to see that. I don't care about the security camera tapes. Epstein did not kill himself because that dude is not dead. That man has things on the next 2020 president. And probably all the congressmen. Michael Jackson was definitely innocent, and yes, even his daughter Paris says he was murdered. Ooh, whoa, really, Rachel? Is that new? Why would they kill Michael Jackson? What Michael Jackson do? What was he talking about? Keep it talking. No, I gotta go, Lori. I got slavery, girl. I gotta fill my bag of cotton. Y'all gonna be out there partying, drinking Mai Tais and champagne. Psh, Happy New Year! I'll be out here still working, still slaving, filling my bag with cotton. I gotta go. Who killed Michael Jackson? You mean the doctor killed him? Why would they kill him? What's the theory? Like, does it have to do with he had all of those songs that he didn't release? And who was it? Prince. That was Prince's situation too. He had all these songs that he doesn't release. You think people killed him because of that, like the way they used to with Motown Records and all the rest of them back in the day? I'd believe that. I'd actually believe that. I'd believe that. But either way, we killed him with the drugs. We killed him with the pharmaceuticals. What are we talking about? Boyfriends and what? What's going on? People are weird. Yes, people are weird. Oh, Meg's ex-boyfriend texted her or something like that. What? Then he went on to argue that it was only a few months before I started dating my husband, which isn't even correct. Okay, Megs, that's drama, girl. I don't do drama. I don't like people drama, like all the love dramas. I don't do that. I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not gonna touch that. We're just gonna keep moving. All right. My wife says we're all within a Groundhog Day. Daniel, I think your wife is 100% correct. We just keep repeating this nonsense. It keeps over and over. And look at it, her ex-boyfriend in the he in a horrible Groundhog Day too. I know, Megs, you need to have a little sympathy for that man. All right, I'm not gonna do that because they kill people for making fun of them when they're not loving people. But he in the Groundhog Day. He in a horrible Groundhog Day. He keep waking up every day and his loved one is off married to somebody. That's why, you know what? When you have somebody good, don't let them go. Don't let them go. Those y'all still in the dating game, throwing them things around. Don't let nobody good go. Now, don't let them go. You're going to regret it. Trust me. It's a lot of crazy, especially in America. Now, you in Switzerland, let everybody good go. Do what you want. Live your life. If you're in America, ain't too many left. There ain't too many left. You get to be 40, 50, 60. You got to be choosing. All right, who I want? The one with one leg, half an eye, can't see, write, read, spell. Who exactly do I want? Everybody left crazy and killed somebody. The first couple husbands died. The first couple wives went missing. See, this is why when you get my age, you start like, you know what? I'm probably gonna die alone. I'm just gonna get me a tiny house in the garden because I want to eat my berry soup and my berries and my salad and know somebody ground up some glass and put it in there. All right, anyway. That's a horrible Groundhog Day. That's a horrible one. I know. I've been there. I've been there with the Bob Marley and the Prince and the Michael Jackson playing, staring at the wall because some woman and took my heart out my chest, and like chewed it up, spit it out and threw it up against the wall. I've been there. I ain't going back. Been on that ride. I got the ride. I got the T-shirt. Got the mug. and have my heart broke. A heart is a dangerous thing. Y'all don't play with people's hearts. They will murder you over your hearts. I don't play with hearts and drama no more. All right. Shoot, I got some exes. If they call me, I will run. I'll move. I will burn the house down and I will move. There's some people that just, they did not do the deck, the cards. We did not playing with the full deck. All right, so that's good to hear. Everybody's safe, Meg. Make sure you don't let your husband text him back. Just keep that to yourself. Don't put it on social media. Don't mention on the live stream. Because husbands, we don't, we still got that jealousy thing going. Don't do that. We don't play. Hey, dude, you should know. All right, you should know. Not that's mine. I don't know. We got a mind complex. We got some mind stuff that's happening. I can't explain it. That's why I try to stay out the game, because it make you crazy. That stuff is dangerous. That's why God gave it to women. That stuff is dangerous. They should schedule. I know. It's my perspective. I'm just giving you my perspective. Just respect my perspective. I think they need to schedule one coochie. Just schedule coochie. If you want to really protect the population, DEA, that's what you need to think about. The powerful drugs. The ones that make us act stupid, do dumb things, go get jobs, work for corporations, get degrees. Oh, Daniel. I'm not even going to mention it. I'm not even going to show it, and I can't mention it. Because if I posted what he posted, he didn't post. Oh, I don't know how you get away with that stuff. He didn't post. I'm going to get him in trouble for a minute. I can't post it, but he didn't listed the price by Sagittarius and Pisces and the cost of coochie. He didn't. All right, let me stop. Wrong place. If I posted that, I'd be banned on Facebook for life. I don't know how you got away with it. Besides that, all my women friends, they'd have strung me up like they was doing for climate. The dude was doing for climate change. I don't know how you got away with that. All right, eradicate the swamp creatures. Yes, Jack. We need to get rid of all greed, all money. Got to go away. Related to the monkeys, not descendant of the monkeys, but technically we are related to everything. Yes, we are, Susan. Because right, and Susan, you're right. Because the monkeys went one way. In evolution, we went another way, but we had an ancient ancestor that we got 2% of the DNA for something else. So we're not related to those monkeys, but we have a relationship to the monkeys. And that's why we fight over bananas and sniff each other's countries' anuses for resources to steal. I disagree. I think the aliens, y'all talking about aliens to keep me here. y'all just want to see Master whoop me. That's all. That's wrong. That's just wrong. I disagree. I think the aliens live us and want us to stop fight. Oh, love us maybe. Love us and want us to stop fighting. Look at Podesta's emails. He said this exact thing in his emails. I agree. I kind of agree, Rachel. I agree with all the perspectives. I think there are aliens who love us, and because we like groundhogs. Groundhogs are pretty and cute. We love groundhogs, but there's other aliens that look at the groundhogs like, that looks delicious. And the other aliens who just they don't even see the groundhogs. They just look like a groundhog. Like we're just digging burrows and making cities and just destroying the planet. And they'll pave right over us. I think it's all types. What I believe, Rachel, is as above, so below. Did I say it backwards? As below, so above. I don't know how it's said. But I think how things work here is how they work there. So I think if you got psychopathic humans, you probably got psychopathic aliens too. And if we keep fighting each other and killing each other, one day, the aliens that come here and spend some time, you better hope it's not the psychopathic ones. They're going to be eating us from the bone. Tastes like chicken. All right, crop circle. But I think there are aliens in ancient texts that were here to help us, right? They helped us with mathematics in India. They helped us with agriculture. They helped us with a bunch of stuff. They were so helpful, we made them gods. They were so helpful, we made religions around them, and we worship them. We get on our knees, and the gods saw that, or the psychopathic humans saw that, and they mimicked the gods. And so now we kneel to them, and that became the whole religion thing. Not that it doesn't make your God omnipotent and specialness. All the gods are special. I love all the gods. Don't ever say that I said nothing about your God. I don't really know what my God is. And they might have a couple of them. I just know they always lie in them texts. That's all I know. Man, the kings always wanted to be God, and they modified all the texts, and we have no idea. Certainly we don't have enough idea worth arguing with somebody over religion. I'm more spiritual anyway. Over one believe 30,000 people a day have to flee their homeland. I'm not sure over one. I'm not sure what that is. Nobody, yeah, right, Megs. Nobody should be fleeing their homeland. That's just more gentrification. It's a different word for gentrification. Everybody need to be safe at home. We got enough homes for everybody. We got enough land and automations for everybody. Podesta, lots of laughter. But the first way I spelled it, I was right first time. Okay, yeah, Podesta. Well, he's the dude with the he was with the Clintons and he wanted to look up the whole alien thing. But he didn't seem to know that Washington's actually not allowed to know. They don't have presidents don't have the security clearance to actually know what actually runs the world. That's part of why, Rachel, I don't play this game with people and they're like, oh, my president's making decisions. No, he actually isn't making any important decisions at all, ever. You have 13 families that run all of this. They keep everybody on fossil fuels and pharmaceuticals. And if presidents could actually change the billionaires' worlds, they'd get rid of presidents and give us something else. Presidents make none of those decisions. So they have no idea I don't think Obama lied about the UFOs when they asked him. Y'all just did that? They did that because they're making the coffee and they want to sit here for another 15 minutes. I really got to go. No, there are 12 levels of secrecy over the president's head. So presidents aren't even allowed to know about free energy. They're not allowed to know about the UFOs. When these things happen, nobody picks up the red phone and calls the president. That's on TV. When that happens, like in California, you get people like Daniel who just posted online. Nobody's calling the presidents. These things are classified. You can't let a civilian president know that free energy has existed since the 1940s. You can't let a president who's a civilian know that they got 1,000 energy-related patents that they refuse to release to the public, that all the wars are a lie. You need presidents who believe this crap, and you need people who believe this crap. You need people who don't look at the UFO. You need people who look at the UFOs on television and say, aliens. That's why I look at it and I say, free energy. It's right there. Y'all see right there. That's where your $21 trillion went. They just flying all over the planet. They don't give two damns about you. People dying, living under New York City. And that's what they need. So I think it's plausible deniability. It's like Congress. Congress is, what is their approval rating now? 2? They're 2. The approval rating is like literally it's 2 people in the United States. Like, Congress is doing a great job. But no one's talking about Congress, and they're more of a deep state than presidents. Presidents change all the time. Congressmen hardly ever change. And that's why the world has not changed. Everybody focuses on the president. Have you ever seen anybody even say the word impeach Congress? Never. We're always being played. Clinton, somebody said Clinton got them tapes. I guarantee you, Daniel, Clinton has at least 26 of those tapes. I don't know he got all of them. I don't know, might be 100. But bare minimum, we're told he went there 26 times. I guarantee you, Billy Clinton, he got 26 Betamax tapes right now. I guarantee you, because that's how our world works. All right. A form of sweeping is under the rug. Mix it up until it fades. Yep, Jack, and they hit us from all angles and people get all confused. As long as you got all different apocalypses happening and we got to fight the ice age, we can beat the ice with attacks and keep everybody fighting. As long as they're fighting, then people don't pay any attention to what the actual problems are. They ignore the system. It's so effed up. They try not to be triggered or pissed off, but that pisses me off. Rachel, every now and then you gotta get pissed off. Just pull yourself back. I got pissed off with my brother. Some bad things that happened over the holidays. Not really bad. It was actually ended up being good. It was a reaffirmation of how much we love each other, which is a fantastic thing. Nothing wrong with getting triggered. It's about what you do with it. Being triggered is a great thing. That's how all this started. Greta being triggered, great thing. It's a great thing that she got triggered, because the fact that she got triggered, you could see what kids are supposed to be. They are supposed to be passionate, but they're not supposed to be on no damn stage teaching adults what happens in a world that people have been living here for 70 years, listening to JFK talk about geoengineering now. Kids are supposed to be passionate and put forward their feelings, but we're supposed to know that we listen to their passion and their energy and their spirit. But I get pissed off enough to attack her. She's just a little girl. That's all she is. Y'all leave Greta alone. She's just a little girl. I'm gonna do a quick search because I am demonstrating the relativity of time, as Beaumont said. I just want to see if there was something about the California UFO in the last week. That's what I see when I see UFOs. I don't see aliens. I don't think the aliens care. I just see money. I see $21 trillion. I see lies and people dying that don't have to. No, I don't see anything about it. There might have been fake news, Daniel, but I didn't read it. I have to go back and read it. All right, it's 3 hours. I really got to go. Anybody got a last word? Ooh, my stomach growling. I gotta eat too. I'm intermittent fasting. I didn't eat breakfast yet. I know I stopped on Greta, poor child. Yeah, I know, Daniel. I stopped too, and that was my point. I think you came late. And that's what started this. I hate ice. I hate ice, and I posted something that Greta's just a little girl. That's all she is. And we need to be a little mature, a little more mature, Daniel. This is where I can admit where I'm wrong, and I admit I'm wrong. I shared the post. I thought they were funny. But I think someone lied to me and told me she was 10, because that's what my friends do sometimes for fun. For kicks and giggles. They lie to me just so I say it. So I can be wrong. And I was wrong, but I got clarified she's 16. But when I looked at her when she was 10, I was like, man, this is wrong. Why are people making memes and hating on this little girl? Like, this is wrong. She's just a little, like when kids get upset and start talking about dragons are real, y'all don't make memes of them posting. I know kids get upset saying, my mermaids are real. You don't get angry, make some memes and be mean to her. Don't be mean to her. She's doing what she's told to do. Be upset with the people lying to her, not her. Love her passion. And then when someone corrected me, Daniel said, no, she's 16. I thought to my head, I was like, well, self, does it matter if she's 10 or 16 or 25? And it didn't matter. It didn't matter at all. Because she doesn't have a fully formed frontal lobe, so she's just doing what she's supposed to. She's a baby. She's doing what she's supposed to. And when you're over 26, that's a whole different situation. I still have empathy or try to have some patience for ignorant people, understanding that we're all ignorant. And if you approach people the right way, knowing that they think they're right, then you can have a discussion with them and perhaps change how they think. But that's what started it all. So I posted that, Daniel, that I have respect for Greta's spirit and soul because she's a child and I always stand with children in the ignorant adult world. And everybody started attacking me, Daniel. You believe that? You posted a thing about how much coochie costs. You posted a thing about coochie value. You posted stock of coochie value based on some damn solar system stuff, Sagittarian, this, that, and the other. And everybody clapping, cheering, sharing your post. I just say, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't be attacking Greta. And everybody goes crazy. And I get it from all sides. But that's all you can do. Yesterday, I didn't visit my son and his family much longer. I went down. My battery died. I've been here too long. I had to go. Just still a baby. That's it, Dan. She's just a baby. She does look young, Lori, and that's what kind of brought me to her defense. I'm officially defending Greta. Officially. It's official. I'm officially defending Greta. Not anything that comes out of her mouth. Not any of her speeches. I've never even seen a speech. I haven't heard one sentence from this girl. I just think it's wrong that y'all attacking her. That's all. I think y'all should attack the people that's setting up the attack system. That's it. I'm officially defending Greta. I just heard about somebody 16 giving some speeches passionately. I know y'all upset. I know. I got to see an angry face. I know some people upset. But I was posting the stuff. I'm not going to post it no more. Adults using her to trigger other adults. The rulers know the children are terrific for triggering adults. Poor little lass. Yes, Rebecca. Only American adults, though. Only, that's it. No, just not Yemen adults. Not Yemen children. They don't get too damn. Nope, they don't care nothing about Middle Eastern children. Nope, they don't get too damn about Latin American children. No, but if it's in Britain, yes, they care about British children. In America, they care about American children. If it's Canada, they care about Canadian children. But damn it, you just care about you show the starving, dying kids in other nations so they can have nice Christmases and steal their resources. I don't get too damns about them. Anyway, how you going? Listen, this is Gerard. Y'all have a lovely, lovely New Year's. I see y'all next year. I ain't doing no more damn videos till next year. I'm out of here. Gerard, love y'all to death. Bye-bye.